Hallucinogenic horror. Raise the fucking contest! Keep your pants on, soldier. This is from our hit video on YouTube. Across the world globally. I want to send this out to all Nunslaughter members, past and present. Our friends in Solus. Descend, Embalmer. Because neither they or we believe in God. He did not rise from the earth, ring. All you Christians go, make me fucking stand. You get on, shall never see the light. Thanks, guys.
Here we are. Saturday, wait, is it Friday the 18th episode. What am I on now? 37 of these. Kind of crazy to think about. Approaching a year doing this shit. A year. It's crazy to think about that. I've been going. Said March 23rd was the day I first put up a video. I was with Mike from Ruin. If y'all not familiar with Ruin, I suggest you check him out. Really good band. But yeah, Mike's kind of where it started. So he was the guinea pig for me way back almost a year ago. So anyhow, cool. See people already coming in. This is your first time checking it out. You're watching Jamming Out All Badass. My name is Francisco, as you can see on the thing there. Let me take this comment off of here. But yeah, got another cool show lined up today. Excited about this one too. Had Justin on for those 6.66 questions, and I was like, I gotta have him on live. So here we are. So that day's here, so it's cool. I know he's busy, and a lot of people are busy. That's the thing about doing this. A lot of times, it's all about schedules. People want to do it, but a lot of times you gotta make time. And some people are just super busy. So it's cool that he was able to squeeze in a little time for us here today. So, but yeah. So if you're on any kind of social media stuff, tell everybody to come check it out. I mean, this thing's it's running on YouTube, and then also on Facebook at the same time. So a couple of platforms. So should be a good one, man. Should be a fucking good one. I will look at the chat here. If you guys have any questions for J-DAWG, you can leave them in the chat. And I will get to them, as quickly as I can. Sometimes I may miss some because a lot of people commenting at the same time, but I will try to get to all the questions that you guys may ask. What? I'm already seeing one, and I may have to do something I haven't done. I may have to put my glasses on today for a little bit so I can see a little better. Look at this fucking nerd. Look at this fucking nerd. But Fraser's checking in from England, man. What time is it over there, Fraser? About 11 o'clock. So, but yeah, cool. So, see more people popping in. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Like I said, should be cool. One thing I want to talk about before I bring him on is, I don't know if you guys, everybody's lucky enough to have where you live a record store. Here in Houston, we have several, and coolest one is Sound Exchange. Talk about them all the time. If you've been on the show, if you've seen any of these episodes, talk about Sound Exchange all the time. You know, you should always support the record store. Sound Exchange actually carries all the Hell's Headbanger stuff. I think Justin is the one that deals with them, maybe. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, Sound Exchange is a cool store in Houston. If you're in Houston, or if you're ever in Houston for whatever reason, go to Sound Exchange, man. They're cool dudes, actual, you know, fans of the music, and do everything they can to help out, like all the local bands and all that. So if you're outside of Houston, you can still visit them at soundexchangehouston.com, and you'll see it where all the stuff they have. They have a Discogs page. You'll find their Instagram and Facebook and all that on there. But yeah, so Sound Exchange is always supporting the show, so I support Sound Exchange in return. So there you go. All right, let me move this out of the way. All right, there we go. Cool. I see Human Brisket. Human Brisket's in the chat. Something kind of new. Somebody new. Goatman's a regular. Fraser, of course. John Lincoln from I think, yeah, he's from around Hell's Headbangers area. Cleveland area. Derek, what's up, Derek? Theseus. Oh, hell yeah. Theseus from Houston. Ryan. A lot of you regulars, some new people. So that's cool, man. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Again, if you have any questions for Justin, J-DAWG, you can leave them in the chat. I like to make this interactive, so make you guys part of the show as well. It's not just me. So, all right. So enough of that. So here recently, I actually made an intro for Justin. I don't know if he's going to use it or not, but I'm going to go ahead and play it here. Kind of like an intro. Just, he didn't ask me or anything. I just did. I said, let me try something. So I did it. So here, let's check it out before I bring him on.
What devils?
There you go. Quick, short intro. So, all right. Anyway, so enough bullshitting. So, I guess today, obviously, you guys that are here know who he is, but one of the owners of Hell's Headbangers, which I've actually worked with before. I've always dealt with Chase, and Hell's Headbangers is top notch, professional. Whatever you ask, they always come through with whatever you may have within reason, right? And it's been cool to have worked with them before. May work with them again in the future, hopefully. But wait, what? I wonder if there will be another Hell's Headbangers ad like on YouTube. Oh, well, yeah. You know what? We'll talk about that. So anyway, so everybody, please welcome to the show, J-DAWG. What's up, man?
What, brah? And I was getting a little lonely there backstage. I was like talking to myself there for a minute. I'm like, oh fuck, I was talking to myself, but that's okay, dude. I'm usually talking to myself anyways. No one listens to one ear out the other. So
yeah. I like to give people a chance to come in and and settle in and get the chat numbers going up, get them all riled up. So
it's kind of like the fucking like when you watch boxing or wrestling or shit like that, which I don't watch, but it's like just get on with the goddamn show already, like dicking around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but anyway, thanks for hanging out with us here for a minute. I know we talked to quite a bit, like I said, last week, whatever it was.
Yeah, last week, a week before, something like that.
Yeah. So, but what I was gonna I started off with that Nunslaughter at the first Hell's Headbash, and I was gonna ask you about that.
I saw that. I was like, "Where's that at?"
Yeah, that's at the warehouse, right?
Well, so were you at that show?
No, but I took that off.
So the thing is at the warehouse, but not at the warehouse. What it is our warehouse. We rent a partial, like the whole building. It's enormous. I think it's either 80,000 or 100,000 square feet, and we rent a portion out of it, like whatever, a couple thousand square feet. So it was in another bay that was completely empty, and they played in there. So I think it was like a 5,000 square foot bay that was empty. So we opened up our warehouse, and you could shop and shit. And then it was just walk around the corner and go in there for the show, which I don't even know if I got to watch Nunslaughter at all, too. Dude, the thing is with like a lot of vending and shit like that, which, I enjoy doing it. It's kind of get to meet everybody and shit. I don't know. I like doing it. But you miss a lot of stuff, too, because you're tied behind a merch stand, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So, it looked cool. It looked like a cool little setup. You had like the upside down cross, like on the logo on the side of the stage. And
yeah, that probably would have been that'd probably be either Eric that set it up or maybe Don did his own thing on the side, because Don kind of fucked us on that one. He fucking he brought this goddamn dead deer carcass and there was blood everywhere and shit. And,
so you can see it hanging.
And it's like, dude, what the fuck? It pissed off our landlord big time. Just leaves this carcass for us to clean up. And needless to say, she wasn't happy about that. You know what I mean? So,
but yeah, that was 2014 or something like that. I believe
14 or 15. That sounds about I think 14, 15, something like that. Sounds about right.
The first one, yeah. And then like the next one, obviously grew, and you guys ended up moving it to, what was it, the Agora or where
Agora, yeah, the Agora, and it was a 3-day fest. What did we do? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or something? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that. Yeah. Actually, the first one might have been 4 days. I think we did a pre-show Thursday. Then I think it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Am I mistaken? And then I know that the year after we didn't do a pre-show, so that was either 3 days or vice. Either one was 2 days or one was 3 days, but one was the year after was 1 day shorter because we didn't do a pre-show the 2016 then or whatever.
Yeah.
The thing is with those two, man. Other than I remember the very first one we did, especially because the pre-show, like, no one's going to come out to this. Is I was absolutely amazed by like how many people came, and the merch stand was insane, dude. You would literally, I was like nervous because we had a huge fucking setup because we had, basically it was our fucking event. So we could set up, so we brought tons and tons of merch. It wasn't like just this little table, right? It was like a fucking lines of tables, right? Yeah. But dude, it got bombarded the whole room. Like you would have thought fucking Elvis Presley was in that fucking motherfucker. I'm like, holy shit. So I was kind of like a little nervous. Other than that, that really stood out because the first year was like that. Everybody's kind of excited. But other than that, they kind of all blur together the years. Like I'm like, people are like, oh, what? Like one guy had the audacity to ask me, he's like, yeah, do you remember the lineup and each band that played each day in what order? I'm like, dude, I barely remember fucking yesterday. What the fuck? I was like, I don't remember what bands played each year. You know what I mean?
Fucking nerds. Yeah, there's people. Yeah, I mean, I remember fucking Nunslaughter played from 11:30 to 11:20 or 11:50, and just like, come on, man.
I can see it if it's like, especially if it was like your first show or an early show, or you don't go to shows often. Because there's things I remember about some early shows because it was nostalgic to me. But you go and ask fucking whoever the band playing, they don't fucking remember. You know what I mean? Just another night on the, it's another night for them. So. And
I think you ended up doing 3 of those, and I guess, I mean, I'm just gonna guess that just was just a lot to take on or something like that. Is that why you guys kind of stopped doing it?
Kind of. I mean, the thing is actually working out favor because we kept going with the and shit because we had to basically do the year in advance. So you figure 2020s we would have which actually we talked about it for a little while doing I think it was for 2020 like 5-year anniversary because the first one was like 2015, the actual first official one, because 14 I think was the one at the warehouse, which is kind of a free show.
Oh yeah.
So we're like, we'll skip a few years, we'll do another one in 2020. So imagine we started in 2019 because it takes like a year of prep, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And fucking, we got fucking ass raped. You know what I mean? Like, because you're buying all those flights and shit in advance. So it worked out in our favor in that way. But I remember when we did like the 2016 one shit, we were talking about for the following years, is it worth it? Because if you're putting down like, I don't know, it's $100,000 or so easily, you know, with all the bands and shit. And then on top of that, all the time that's involved, it's like as a business decision, is it worth it? If you're basically, I don't want to throw out numbers business wise, but you can't just be like, okay, yeah, we made $1,000. It's like, that was a waste of fucking time. We could put out one CD and make way more than that and it took us fucking 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Yeah, so as a business move, it didn't make a whole lot of sense, but enjoy is a part where it's like, if everything's kind of on autopilot, let's say everything was kind of clicking on all cylinders and maybe like Eric or so had some extra time to do it, I'd be for it just as a fucking, just for fun, because it'd be cool. You know what I mean? But if it's like everybody's packed to the gills on their day to day of getting their shit done, is it worth it if you're just, you know what I mean? Like if it's barely not creating as much, you know, revenue, because that's a lot of labor and hours. It's kind of think about it. It's almost like, let's say you were to work like, I don't know, like say, so I paid 40 hours a week, that's 80 hours, 2 weeks. And let's say you did that for months on end and you had a accumulation of 400 hours, right? And they're like, so you put out 400 hours of work, doing whatever, even if it was easy labor, right? And they're like, here's your check for $1,000. You're like, what the fuck? I could have worked fucking 80 hours at McDonald's and made that. You know what I mean? 80 hours, you know what I mean? 2 weeks. So it's like, kind of like, it's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I used to book shows, and it's like, you know, just 3 or 4 bands. I'm like, I was never able to like enjoy it, because I'm like, you know, just worried about making sure everything's going okay. I can only imagine a fucking
Eric did that part. Eric was the one running around with the projector and making sure the bands and stuff like that. I think he probably enjoyed it too, even the work thing, because like I was tied behind the merch stand. I was with Chase did the first year for sure, and he definitely left me high and dry. He's like, yeah, I'll be right back. And he like never showed up. It was like, but it was me and then my brother Craig, you know, Reaper from Hellcast.
Yeah,
he was vending with us, my wife. So there was help, but I mean, I was tied behind a merch stand all the time, so I was just working all night. But at the same time, I had a good time. You know what I mean? I enjoyed it. So there was a few times like I told Craig, I remember like when Sadistic Intent played and shit. I'm like, hey, dude, like I'm definitely gonna go watch them. Yeah, but I would watch them and then come back, shit like that. There were certain bands where I was like, I had to see, as opposed to like Nunslaughter or something. I was fine with not seeing because I've seen many times. The general rule of thumb is if it's a band I've never seen before that I like, I wanted to watch.
Yeah, so, I mean, I played that one because Nunslaughter is kind of tied together. You think Nunslaughter, you think Hell's Headbangers. At least I do. And of course, it had Jim in it, and Jim's like classic. We're gonna play our hit, our YouTube hit, or whatever the hell he says.
Yeah.
You know, which actually that video has tons of views. I think.
I remember when that was made, man. I helped make that fucking thing.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me. Yeah, it was actually wasn't it filmed there, like at the
warehouse?
Warehouse, right?
Yep, it was in this shared office room that we kind of had because it was just empty. The area, the office area, was just places were renting out. It was vacant at the time, and they're just like, yeah, you guys can use the cafeteria and shit like that whenever you need. And it was vacant at the time, so we just recorded there. Yeah, so everybody, there was a bunch of people down there. Yeah, obviously all the guys at Nunslaughter. Zach was in the band at the time. His crazy fucking girlfriend was there. A bunch of people. There's people there that I didn't even fucking know. But
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that was it. I mean, I kept trying to think who was there. So I don't remember. Does it say the year that was posted? I don't remember. What was that? 8 years ago? 9 years ago? 10 years ago? I don't remember.
It's been a while, man. I don't know.
I don't even remember.
I just know. That. I mean, that video got tons of views. I do know that, and I mean, it was. Yeah, it's a short song, but it was a well-made video. You know, it was funny, and it was. Yeah. And then it just become fucking brutal, like God. You know. Yeah. So.
Do you, in general, are you a Nunslaughter fan as a whole, or are you just kind of like they're a band in the underground? It's just a respectable band for you. Like I don't even know where you stand.
I mean, I'm not like a massive fan, but I mean, I respect them, and I do like some of their stuff. Okay. I really like the Face of Evil demo.
Okay.
That's good. And
did you like any of the albums? Did you like Hell's and Holy Fire, the first album, or any of that?
I mean. Yeah, it's good stuff. I'm just like I said, I'm not as they're one of those bands that has, I mean, you know better than anybody, tons of releases, so you kind of get lost with so much.
100%. Yeah. No, definitely. I mean? Yeah. Did you ever see them live personally then, or meet Jim and Don?
I met Jim in 2011 for the first time. I played the Day of Death 2 in Buffalo.
Okay.
And Jim just went there just to go and support or whatever. And it was Deceased played, and I was, good friends with King. And I'll never forget this. This is like one of the fucking coolest memories that King and I were always going back about, because we both play basketball. And I was like, man, we need to play one-on-one one day or whatever. And we're in Buffalo, and me and another guy from Houston, Paul, he was in a band called Splatteria, and so it was going to be King and Jim versus me and Paul in a 2-on-2 matchup.
Okay.
King actually sent somebody to like a Walmart to buy a basketball and everything, and we were going to fucking play. We were like talking shit, like, we're going to fucking beat you guys or whatever.
And never played?
We never fucking played. We couldn't find a fucking court, and the next thing you know, Deceased has to go on. But Jim, yeah, I met him a couple of times. Jim was the fucking best, man.
It's funny because you mentioned King, and I know King pretty well. I know him, and he definitely knows who I am. But I know Jim and Don much better. I've known them since I was a teenager.
Right.
The thing is it's funny is you mentioned if you like King, then you would like Don and Jim. I put those guys, all three of those guys, in the same category as far as as far as unique characters. Like they're very different. I'm not like they're comparable, but they're just so set in their ways, and they're just the fact that they're original people. Now, whether you like their personality or not, it's just I like original people, especially when you meet someone that's really unique and different. Right. Like nothing bores me more than people that just follow the general mundane society, especially now more than ever. People talking about politics and just what's going on in the world. It's like you may as well just talk about the weather. Like I don't know. I just want to put a gun in my mouth when people talk about that shit. I'm like, dude, this is what you live for. Shit you literally can't even control. Or sports games that they have they don't even have. It's funny, like some people that get all upset about football games just like that. What I understand is like you've never even played football in your life. Like if you like football so much, why don't you try playing it yourself? Or like I just don't get it. I kind of get it if you're like studying the sport and you're gambling on it and making money, then that can make it interesting because you watch your team. Oh shit, they better win. I got fucking $500 on this.
Yeah.
But none of these guys do, and that's what they talk. I was like, I just don't get it. I was like, how more of a fucking boring ass fucking person can you be? So when you meet these fucking people that are just totally different, even if they like stuff that I don't, or not exactly the same stuff, those are the kind of people I kind of find myself buying to real easily. You know what I mean? Get along with.
Yeah. I mean, I think I mentioned to you last time. I'm not one for. Well, it's funny because I do this shit, but I'm not really one for small talk. Like, if you're in a work atmosphere, hey, how was your weekend? Fuck you. You really don't give a shit how my weekend was. You just want to tell me what your dumbass did, and I couldn't give a shit what you did on the weekend or whatever.
Exactly. No, it's funny because I don't have to deal with that as much. We have a couple employees and shit, but it's for the most part it's not like that. But I've worked the environment where it's kind of like, you got to put on the fucking smiley face for the guys. Just asking you random dumb shit. It's like, why are you even asking? Obviously you don't care, and I don't care what you did.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. All right. Scott said he'll see you so did you find out when Bird Flesh or whatever is playing?
Yeah, it looks like I got butt fucked on Bird Flesh. It's looking like they're going to play a Sunday. But there was other bands I got reminded of that were playing Saturday that I want to see too. Is like Dismember. I've seen Dismember once in early 2000s. That was it. And I'm a huge Dismember fan. They're one of the few bands I like every record by, some more than others. So I would love to see Dismember. So that was cool that they're playing Saturday. Another band was Impaled. I'm a huge Impaled fan, especially the first two albums, especially the first album, The Dead Shall Dead Remain. They put out that crappy album, their third album. What was it? Forget what it was called. I didn't like that, but then their last album they did, Last Gasp. I did like that, not as much as the first two. But anyways, they haven't played it forever. And I don't know if you've ever seen them. They were awesome band live, especially Impaled from California. Like some of the guys from Google.
I saw them open up for like Mortician and like maybe late 90s, maybe. I don't know.
Well, late 90s, because when I first seen them, that was when their first album just came out, Dead Shall Dead Remain, which I'm a huge fan of. Huge fan of that.
It was around that time. Yeah, when that album was out,
It's funny, I had the tour poster on the wall of the shop. It was in July, and it was either 2000 or 2001. I actually have photos from that show, and the show was fucking awesome. They put out a really good set, and they're some of the coolest human beings on the face of this fucking earth. Them and the guys, I don't know if you ever met any of the guys in Impaled, and also Exhumed, Matt Harvey, Cole Jones, Mike Means. Dude, those are literally some of the coolest human beings you'll ever meet. Like, impossible not to like them.
No, Dismember's playing shows. Is that right?
That's what unless I get fucked. I heard that they did. They're doing. I heard that they were playing Maryland back in 2020 when this all got canceled. Same bands. And somebody sent me the list. I don't know if it was Scott or somebody put in the list, and I gazed at it. It was all the days, the separate days of which bands. And this member was on there. So, this is looking pretty good. But the main band, Burt, because I'm a huge Birdflesh fan too. They're one of my favorite grindcore bands. But Hemorrhage is definitely one of my favorite. And I've said since I was 15 years old, I want to see Hemorrhage. I've never seen them to this day. So 22 years, I've never seen them. Because ever since I picked up their third record, Anatomical Inferno, I thought it sounded so much like General Surgery, Necrology, and Carcass. I just loved it and I loved them ever since. And literally not as much, but it's still I like every. They weren't one of those bands where I'm like, oh god, they put out shitty albums. I liked everything and all the stuff I've seen on YouTube with live photos. It looks like they put on a really cool show too. And so that was my main bucket list band to see. So I keep saying, they're flying in from fucking Spain to our shitty ass country, and you can't even drive your lazy ass 6 hours. I mean, So I'm like, fuck, you may as well. You know what I mean? So
I like an Anatomical Inferno. Actually, I think that's probably that's my favorite one that they did.
Probably funny you say that's probably my favorite one too. Anatomical Inferno. That's their third album, but that's the first one I heard. Yeah. But the first album, Medic Cult's a really close second for me. I love that record.
I remember them. I guess during their beginnings, like demo days, I used to have like their demos and all that shit, and then
their demo's a little sloppy though. So it's not that great. Because when the first time I'm like, it's okay. And usually, like yourself, I like a lot of demos, but their debut album is way better than the demo. Way better.
Yeah, I just remember they had a song called Decomposers, like on one of the demos. I just thought that was pretty funny. So
and that song made it to the. I think it's on the second album, Groom. The actual song.
I remember. Yeah, there's a lot of like Spanish bands I would like write with and. Way back then, and that was one of them. Machetazo and all those bands that were starting off at that time. And Dismember, actually, I saw Dismember one time, and it was their first U.S. tour in 93, I think.
Okay,
I can't remember. I was in high school. I was a senior in high school, and they played. It was Dismember, Suffocation, and the opening band was Vader, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm a fan of all three of those bands, so it's been a great show for me.
And I think in LA, because I have friends that saw that tour in LA, but in LA, the show got even better because it was like Dismember. There was like two tours going on at the same time. It was because a week later here it was Autopsy, Incantation, and Vital Remains, and Morgue. And I think at one point all those two tours kind of met up somehow. So but that was a long time. That's almost 30 years ago. And, I remember talking to like Matty Karki for like a minute. And
I've met him too. Yeah, I have a picture with Matty actually too. I had that right off the side, and I was probably like 15 when I met him. He was really cool because I wanted to talk to him about General Surgery too. You know what I mean? Because he plays. What does he play? Bass on that, Matty? I believe it is.
Yeah, he was based on the demos and 7 inches. Yeah, he's an original guy.
So I remember talking about it because I told him how much I love General Surgery too, and I think he thought that was cool.
I know, this is funny. My mother-in-law thinks his name is J-DAWG, and then she sees me eat something unhealthy and asks, "Is that J-DAWG approved?"
Hey man, if you can make it work, and it depends on your goals. I mean, I eat some unhealthy shit, especially when I'm trying to gain weight. But general rule of thumb is I just try to make sure to get all clean shit in, like get the proper amount of protein, essential fatty acids, fiber, and all your micronutrients. After that, especially if you're trying to gain weight, it's kind of like just get your calories in. So maybe have something you like. Now, if you're trying to lose weight and shit, it becomes a little more difficult. You can do it, but it's like you better have it within your fucking calories because otherwise you're not gonna it's not gonna work. But technically, what's that?
I was gonna say. So let's talk about you. I guess it's been like 2.5 months. You started doing the YouTube videos. What made you decide to start doing that? I know everybody would watch you with your brother on Hellcast because all of a sudden you got like your own channel. Everybody's like, oh fuck.
Well, people kept asking me, and even when I'd go to shows, like, yeah, you're gonna start your own channel. Another thing people always ask me too is like, when's the next Hellcast? I'm like, guys, you got it. Like, I have no idea, man. Like, call Craig. I was like, it's his thing. The thing is like, I was just doing it as a favor to Craig. I enjoyed it. I was having, had fun doing it. But like, literally, especially when he moved to that house that he was at, that when he saw kind of the new setup time, which was the last 2 years, it's a 45-minute drive for me. So like on a Wednesday evening, dude, I'd get off work, whatever, go to the gym, and then I'd fucking drive 45 minutes to his place, record an episode, and we're 45 minutes back, an hour and a half of my time for, just, I mean, it's not like I'm getting paid or anything like that, nor do I want to or care to, but it's like, I was just doing it to help him out. You know what I mean? Like he wanted me on, he thought he wanted a second person. Cool, I'll do it. So like, it was on his time, his schedule, like when he's doing it. I mean, the fact that he hasn't done it in so long, so I wasn't too surprised because he's kind of like not like me in that sense to where I'm like, dude, I'm like with everything in life, I'm either 110% or I'm not even going to try. Right down to changing a fucking light bulb. If I'm not going to go balls the fuck out on it, I'm like, I'm not even unscrewing that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Not even going to try. And the thing is, it's a good thing, but it's a curse too. Because it's kind of has its, it's had its drawbacks because of that too. But having said that, so when I start something, that's why I do a video every day. I'm like, if I'm going to do it, I'm not going to do it half-assed. People are asking. So I'm like, and I kind of take feedback and trouble too. My thing is kind of like this. If you like have a drinking problem and you believe like, I don't have a drinking problem, but like literally everybody's telling you to do, your mom's telling you to do, your dad's telling you to do, all your siblings are telling you to do, your friends are telling you to do. It's like literally 25 fucking people told you that you do, but you say you don't have a problem. It's like, well, if everyone else sees it and you don't, what's the underlier? It's you, man. It's probably you don't see the forest through the trees. That's what's going on. So when all these people are coming up to me, yeah, you should do it. I'm like, is this just a really good opportunity that I'm missing out on? I was like, fuck it. I mean, everyone's telling me to do it. I was like, Craig's not really doing episodes lately and shit like that. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just do my own thing. And I was like, if he's not going to keep up or want to do it, because I figured at least for a while when people were asking me when I was doing it with him, I was just like, well, at least I get to go on there, give an outlet, whatever I do it. But then as he was slowing down and people were asking me, I was like, fuck, I may as well do it. Because, I mean, this might be a good idea. And the way I see anything is potential with anything. I say to everybody something like, everybody wants overnight results with anything. And obviously, when it comes to like the gym and shit like that, that's where I really see it. I commemorate to that. I was like, dude, nothing happens overnight. And when I tell people that, like, let it be weight loss or whatever, they're like, no, it's been a week or whatever. I'm like, dude, 3 months to me is over fucking night. Give anything a goal, whether you're trying to do, whether build a business, build up your bank account, whatever, 5 years minimum. 5 years. If you didn't give it 5 consecutive years, shut the fuck up and try again. Come back. So that's what I'll see. I was like, I'll start it now. We'll see where I'm at in 5 years. You know what I mean? Because the way I see it at this point, at 5 years, who knows? I should be at, theoretically, I'm almost at 1,000 subs in 3 months? I should be at least 5,000 subs, right? And that was better than when I started off and I was at 0, Yeah. So it's something. And it's not like I'm putting that, dude, you see the effort I put in. I don't even know how to edit a video. Like I have your intro, which I thought was awesome. I want to put it. My one of our employees, she does receiving for us. Yeah. She's a cool girl. Like, I mean, we're kind of friends, I guess. You know what I mean? So shoot the shit about stuff and she watched my videos. She sent me some free some software to like edit videos. And I can tell you which one I downloaded. I can tell you right now. It's on my fucking desktop. What is it? It's called Streamlabs.
Oh, okay.
I have a download. I'm like, how the fuck do I even use this thing? Like, I just want to add your intro to the beginning of every video. I was like, I don't even know how to fucking do this shit. But I'll have her show me or I'll YouTube it or something. I'll get it figured out. But
I told you I use photo apps on Windows. It's fucking easy. It's already on. I don't know if you have it. Should I'm guessing like all laptops come with it.
Oh, it just automatically comes with it. It's already on there. That's what you use?
Should be. That's what I use. Let me this might be fucking boring for everybody, but
learn how to
let me show you. We're fucking so let me see. You'll be able to you'll see like tons of shit that I've check it out. Let me see. Hold on a second, people. Where is it? Oh fuck. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'll have to. I guess I can't share that screen for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah, I'll get it figured out. I'll have somebody show me or I'll YouTube it. It's kind of like I told myself too. Like that was a problem when I was kind of telling Craig too. Like I was telling him for like years. It's not like I'm like spilling the beans or anything. Is he was missing videos and stuff because he wanted like a perfect audio room and shit like that. I'm like, dude, this isn't the Joe Rogan podcast. I was like, just literally, if you want to do all that stuff, that's fine. But in the meantime, just record fucking videos. As long as you can see what's going on, you can hear it. Fuck it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like you have it. Just get started. That's where I'm at now. Right now,
Yeah.
I'm rolling with the ball, making sure videos are getting up every day, and it will get better with time. Who knows? I'll go buy a microphone. This lighting is look at this shit. I'm washed out as a motherfucker.
You look at me. I have these flags set up. I like to think of it. You would fucking laugh if you saw what I have. I have a fucking lamp. I have a lamp like leaned up against the wall right here. That's all it is. And,
mine is just because this is a bedroom basically. It's basically my home office collection room. Yeah. But it's my house. It's a ceiling fan is what it is. Yeah. So it's a light from the ceiling fan. That's the only light in here. So I'm not gonna for example, what Craig was doing at the time, I don't know how many episodes you watched or how you were following, but there'd be a time him and I would do some episodes, and then there'd be like 3-month gap, nothing would come out. It's because he was trying to fix everything up. I'm like, dude, it doesn't need to be perfect for now. Just fix that in the meantime, in the background. And when it gets done, but let's still at least do an episode like every week. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, look at my lighting. It looks like shit, but I mean, people are still getting content every day. At the end of the fucking day, I can't imagine any of the people watching are so fucking concerned about how fucking good my face looks. You know what I mean? And at least I hope not, because honestly, dude, I don't think there's any fucking girls that watch my shit whatsoever. So,
and
I'm not too concerned about what another man thinks about me.
I don't need HD to show my old ass, HD quality or whatever. I think of my show as basically a rehearsal demo, but as far as quality, dude, or whatever.
I said that. Did you watch my very first video when I showed the Mortician vinyl?
I probably did. Yeah.
Anyway, I say that today. I gave the disclaimer. I was like, this is going to be like a fucking rehearsal demo. I was like, I'm just going to record. It's like, it's going to be raw. And I kind of thought about it because, the thing is, when I first got into watching YouTube videos and shit like that, there were certain guys I was watching, and most of it was like either fitness related or bodybuilding, right? And some were like the kind of OGs of YouTube, right? And literally the channels I liked before the guys blew up and got huge, they were doing exactly what I'm doing now. They just turned on the camera, sat there in their fucking bedroom talking, and they got, shitloads of views. I'm like, and that's what I liked because it felt real. It felt organic.
Exactly.
And then so for me, I was like, not only is that what I started watching YouTube, which is what I liked, I was like, it fits death metal more. I was like, I don't want this fancy fucking elaborate shit. It just feels phony and fake. And that's why even with my videos, I'm not saying for example, if I learn how to, what I want to do, editing intros and shit like that, and putting in what I really like to do, because I think the crowd would like it, is where I can watch my reaction videos. You know what I mean? Where I can watch something on my computer, they can see what I'm watching, I can give my reaction to. I would like to learn how to. I would like to learn how to do that because I think that would go over very well. Yeah. The thing is though, other than that, it's like I don't want to edit the ums and the thoughts because I want you to see an honest, I don't want it to be because, dude, all these things you watch podcasts of a lot of shit and stuff like that. I'm talking like Joe Rogan and stuff like that. People watch. To me, it's just so fucking fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you find out all this. You find all this secretive information that comes out about the person. He's nothing like he is. On the camera, and it's just all scripted fakeness. And I was like, dude, that's another pet peeve of mine, dude. I hate fake ass motherfuckers. I just can't stand them.
Yeah, also known as posers.
Yeah, well,
my buddy Fraser with the hard hitting questions. Going back to do you eat donuts?
Every now and then, I like donuts. I think donuts are donuts is there's a known fact about donuts. They're pretty good, but they're not great. They're usually disappointing. Unless you go to a certain place. I don't know, if you go to Dunkin' Donuts, you get a donut, you're like, oh, it's gonna be the best thing in the world. And you're like, it was okay. As opposed to I'll tell you what's the greatest fucking thing in the world if you go to the electric chair the next day, which is my favorite dessert, is go to the do you guys have in the Texas Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah.
Go to the Cheesecake Factory and get the Oreo Extreme Cheesecake. That's the best thing ever. So donuts, they're pretty good, but those are is way a million times better. You know what I mean? However, we do have this local place that came back in Medina built up. It's they make donuts to order, and they're these fancy, dude, they're literally $5 a donut, but they're really fancy and toppings and shit on them. Those are really fucking good. But yeah, I probably eat donuts maybe twice a year.
Damn. Yeah. Fraser eats eats them twice a fucking day. All right, so let's kind of change gears a little bit. So growing up, did your parents listen to a lot of music growing up around the house? Was there a lot of music? Were they musicians or anything like that when you guys were growing up?
Fuck no.
No.
No. So my mom, dude, I don't even know. My mom doesn't have interest in anything, to be honest with you. She's So my parents are actually still married to this day, actually, too. And I said it when I was a teenager. I was kind of worried about my mom because my mom, like, I guess she's kind of like the perfect mom in a sense for like, being devoted to their kids. I saw it in the making when I was a teenager. I was like, this is going to be a problem. I was like, because her whole life was just her kids. She just wanted to make us happy and whatever we did. That's why, like, dude, like when I was 5 years old, she took us to see Terminator 2. I was 5 just because we like Arnold movies. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Like, so she was really cool in that sense. But what I saw is like when we were all grown up and moved out, I was like, she's not going to have anything. I was like, she needs to get a hobby because my dad's hobby was hunting and he still likes to hunt. So he kind of had that. I'm like, so I was kind of always worried about her back then because I knew that was going to be the case. I was like, you're going to be depressed and shit. We're going to be grown up. You know what I mean? And you're not going to have anything to do. You know what I mean? Because you don't have any hobbies, music, nothing. So at least my dad had that. Now my dad did like some music. He had a record collection like that. Didn't play it much around us, but what I did appeal when I first heard music that I remember at a very early age, but I didn't investigate or anything like that. It's like sometimes we'd be in the car, like say there's a family trip or whatever. And if it was all of us, like me and my brothers and shit, I don't even think my sister would have been born at the time because she's the youngest.
Yeah.
It'd be my dad driving. Let's say we went out to the movies and dinner or something like that. Just we're all kids. I'm like 5, 6 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my mom would be in the passenger seat, and my dad would usually put on the radio what would be like classic rock. And the stuff that stood out to me that I did like at that early age that really catch me because I remember kids would ask in school stuff like, "Yeah, do you like music or whatever?" I never really cared about music. The only stuff I was like, "Oh, I do like this," was and I didn't know. I just always knew it as Ozzy Osbourne, but it was either Black Sabbath or Ozzy. I immediately liked Ozzy's voice, always did, even to this day. And then I remember liking songs by AC/DC as well.
Hell yeah.
And then that was the only stuff that kind of hit me. Anything else, if he was playing like other stuff he was listening to, was like Aerosmith, ZZ Top, Led Zeppelin. I was kind of like, did like not hit or miss. I didn't care one way or another, right? And, But then when my brother Sean left those Sacred Reich tapes, which I told that story, that's kind of what was like me, Eric, Chase, and Craig were just, oh, fuck. I think maybe because we thought we were so cool, like this is like, what the fuck? Because you didn't hear anything like that. And kids at school weren't listening to that. So it's almost like it was kind of maybe a pride thing too. I don't know. But we all thought it was really cool. And it was, like I say, it's all uphill from there or downhill from there, however you want to look at it.
So it's you, I know you, Chase, Eric, Craig, and your older brother. And I guess I just found out you have a sister. Is that everybody?
And then another older brother.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Yeah, my two oldest brothers. My oldest brother, Andy, he's I think he's 10 years older than me. And then my brother Sean, who's the next in line, I think he's 8 years older than me, and he's the one that left the Sacred Reich tapes. And then there's Eric, then there's Chase, then there's me, then Craig, and then our sister Rochelle.
Oh, wow. That's a big family. I have 5 brothers.
But there was music going on around or nothing. Like occasionally I remember my dad, if he had like a day off, whatever, after working, like, see, we grew up on a big yard, you know what I mean? Like 7 acres of land. I remember sometimes he'd sit in this kind of like, I guess what we call a sitting room at the time. It wasn't the living room. They had another room. And sometimes he'd be playing records. But it wasn't like, you would think, exactly like you said, were they playing instruments or trying to get us in instruments or music going around? No, nothing like that whatsoever. Just, you'd go out in the garage, my dad's doing an oil change, and you'd hear Black Sabbath Paranoid going on. Shit like that. Something like that, you know what I mean? But that's about the extent of it. So, the music just kind of found on its own. And my parents didn't really take much interest to it, just whatever, thought of. The only time my dad kind of took some interest once is, I don't know, do you remember on Sacred Reich, Surf Nicaragua, they covered War Pigs?
Yeah.
And he heard that. He walked in. What is this? You know what I mean? Black Sabbath. Yeah. So I remember he asked that, but that was it. Other than that, his interest waned real quick, especially when we got into stuff like Cannibal and Deicide. This is fucking crap.
That was a proud dad moment when he heard you listen to the fucking
right. He's like, these guys have some fucking hope. Like there's
that's my boy. That's my boy right there.
Yeah. Then he started hearing the other stuff. He's like, that shit's fucking garbage.
I tried. He's like, I tried.
Yeah,
I tried with these damn kids.
It's funny. I think that's kind of what, dude, I always say that. Actually, my wife teases us all the time, like me and stuff. She's like, I think you and most of your brothers, she's like, I think your dad's just super disappointed by it. She's like, his favorites are clearly the two oldest, Sean and Andy, because they're she's like, especially Sean, when he comes up here, he goes hunting with them and stuff. Dude, me, I don't even own a gun. I haven't even shot a gun. Like, I have no, and that's what my dad's into, is like guns and shooting and hunting. And I never even done it. And he even asked me, he's like, I don't know why you don't have any guns or anything like that. That's kind of weird. I was like, I think it's weird you never stepped foot in the gym. So there you the fuck go. And he's like, so it's just, I think she just like, he's probably disappointed. Like, I'm going to have all these boys. We're going to be like hunting on the land and slaying fucking deers and just, you know what I mean? Like, and me, like myself, I just get into fucking death metal working out, like two things he has zero fucking interest in whatsoever. So it probably came out to be a bit of a disappointment.
Well, you know, what are you gonna do? You know,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So having that many kids, did you guys fight a lot as kids?
Yes and no. I mean, I think it depends on what you consider fighting. Because like
fucking getting down and fucking.
Yeah, we would do that. But isn't that the thing is, I don't know. Like because the thing is like I just thought that was normal. So I don't know. Is it? I don't know. But at the same time, it's hard to say because most people don't have 5 brothers. You know what I mean? So I don't know what. Let's put anyone else in that same scenario. Like anybody, take it. So you have automatically 5 brothers. That's what you grew up with. Would that be the norm? I just assumed it was, but I don't know. You know what I mean? But yeah, we pounce on each other and beat the crap out of each other. Like I have a chipped tooth this day from that. It's like slightly. It's not big chip. It's not fucking Lloyd from fucking Dumb and Dumber chips, but it's a minor chip, and that was from when we were kids. Yeah.
Who did that?
I believe it was Eric.
Oh, does he bring it up? Does he bring it up often?
Oh, I doubt you remember, dude. We beat the crap out of each other. So, I mean, it was always like, I'm sure, I don't know if you like, if you have older brothers or stuff like that. Generally speaking, the rule of thumb was, and I'm sure this is normal, is whoever was the oldest was the strongest. So the only one I was stronger than was fucking was Craig, because all my other brothers were older than me, so they could all kick my ass. So Andy kind of moved out when I was really young. So Sean was there, the one that left. So he was the king of the mountain for a few years. So yeah, well, dude, he could kick all our asses. You know what I mean? So and then my sister, we never wrestled. So like I was 8 years old when my sister was already born. So she was just kind of always the baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when I was 16, she was 8. And when I was like 20 moving out, she was 12. You know what I mean? Just getting out of Barbie dolls shit. So yeah.
All right. So I have I'd like to share some photos on here. I found these. I mean, they were online. So so it's not like I'm not showing anything that hasn't been seen. But I thought this was
photos of me?
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, there's photos of me online.
It's you. Yeah. I saw them on Craig's page.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's with Will Romer. Yep.
Yeah. When was this? And yeah, a lot of people would look at that. It's like, wait, that's J-DAWG.
Sure is, every day of the week. As you can see too, I'm wearing a Mortician hat. And I had all 3 of them sign it. I believe, well, maybe it was just Will and Roger, but I think Desmond signed it as well. But that was the second time I met Will. And so I probably was 15, because the first time I saw Mortician was in 99 when Skinless opened up for him. And I was 14 then. And this was definitely the second time, because the first time I didn't get my picture with him, I thought Will was kind of intimidating. He looked just kind of grumpy. He kind of reminded me of Glenn Beck. Oh, shit, he doesn't look like he's in a good mood at all. So I just came sign my shit, and that was it. You know what I mean? Left at that. But the second time, which was at this show, was at the same venue, the Flying Machine, and I had to have been 15 there, so it would have been the year 2000.
Yeah. So was this when Will was punching the toilet?
No, I don't. What's funny about that? Because him. Chuck's the one that told me that story.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I was just.
So no. So okay. Here's the thing.
When I do these shows, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So here's the thing. Here's the story I heard. So Chuck, obviously.
Yeah, Chuck Parsons,
yeah. He's the one that told me the story. Now I don't know how. Keep in mind, like, and I don't blame him or anyone, because like, you can't like. It's funny when people ask shit and they're like little things are like, and they look at you like you're lying, you're a dumbass. I'm like, dude, it was 20 years ago. I don't fucking remember. So for him, he said this is around 91, 92. He told me this story about 5 years ago. This is like 30 years ago. So if he got the story a little wrong, or who knows, maybe he was high on drugs, or maybe he was fucking drunk, or who knows. But this is the story he told me. I thought it was funny as fuck. And Craig asked Will about it. Will they remember it? So the story was they're in a hotel room for after a show. They all went to a show. So it was King Folly, Chuck, Will Romer, and then some other guys. The partying after a show, right? Yeah. And Will's probably drunk and shit. I think Will had a drinking problem for years, admittedly so. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of a known fact. Anyways, he's just like there in the middle of the party or whatever in the hotel room, and Will's like, "Yo, King." He's like, "What?" He's like, "Check this shit out." And he just punches in the toilet fucking bowl. Water just fucking goes everywhere. And King's just like, "Oh." And Chuck's like, Chuck's like, "I gotta admit, I was fucking impressed." So when we were doing a deal, I was actually the one setting up the Mortician vinyls, and I was email. And Craig was working for us for Hell's. He was kind of doing the service emails, so they kind of got intertwined. He would just forward them to me. And Will emailed about something. It was for me. And Craig kind of replied back, yeah, Justin said he replied back to this. I forwarded it to him. He's like, by the way, punch any toilets in lately? and Will replied back. I said, okay, cool. And he said, and then he put, haha, what's with this? And Craig's like, heard you used to punch in toilets or whatever. He's like, he wrote back, haha. He's like, I don't remember that. He's like, that's pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
That's the story behind that.
Wait, so that's so Will. Yeah, no, that's hilarious.
Where did you hear the toilet story?
Man, I do my research, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, because like I said, I was told I wasn't there. I didn't have front row seats. I wish, but the story. I was laughing my ass. The thing is like, because I've met Will several times, and it was funny because I'm like, I could kind of see him doing that. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, people were with the photo because you have an X. Oops, wrong one. We'll talk about that one in a minute. Okay. But yeah, it shows if you're underage, they put an X on your.
Oh yeah.
J-DAWG straight edge or something like that. You know, it's like because
don't they still do that to this day?
I don't know. They probably do. I would imagine they mark you somehow. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's common knowledge.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah. So all right. Since I kind of showed it, what's going on here?
Well, that's the Freddy one's me, and the demons fucking Craig. I'm not, they said you got to dress up for Halloween. I'm like, goddamn, I don't have anything, so I had to go out and get something. I bought it at the store, and that was it. I was like, I like the Nightmare on Elm Streets. But Craig pointed it out, which I guess I kind of can't tell. Someone's ripping on me. Like, he didn't even tuck his mask into the shirt. It's just hanging over the side. I can't really tell there. I was just like, and Craig was laughing his ass off. I'm like, oh, well, I don't know, man. Maybe I was hot. I don't remember. This is like 20 years ago. No, not 20. I think I was 24, 25 here. I'm 37 now, so 12, 13 years ago.
His fucking coat is hilarious. It just looks like some kind of pimp coat or something with like.
Yeah, that's so you see so what you see there. I don't know if you picked up on this or not. Did you notice that's the same costume that was on all the Hellcast, the character in the background?
Oh yeah.
So what it is Craig wanted to preserve it so it's getting kind of banged up. Dude, he looked badass when he did it, and for whatever reason, I don't know if he intentionally did this. I think he told me he had his shoulders like this, right? Or at least it looked that way. He looked scary as fuck, dude. So the reason we're sitting there is because it was me and then my ex-wife at the time, and I think Craig's girlfriend at the time. I think that's everybody was there, and we're handing out candy for Halloween. And Craig was just kind of standing there off to the side. Dude, kids were all fucking scared of him. He did look fucking freaky, just the way it was, and it's kind of with the shoulders, everything. Because it almost looked like kind of like a statue in a sense, or not like this isn't a person. This is just a prop, right? And then he'd be moving, so kids would get scared. But so he wore it for a couple Halloweens, but he's like, it's getting kind of beat up, and I want to preserve him. So he made him a stuffed mannequin of that same. That's literally the same mask, same hands, everything. That way you see in the Hellcast videos. That's that.
Yeah, that's funny. So I think Craig is he's the Hell's. Well, he was or is the Hell's mascot, right? Is he the one that all the photos of the shirts and all that?
No. That's just a mannequin, actually. Now I will say. He might have propped some, but there was also an employee of ours at one time. He used to work for us, Jeff. He quit about 8 years ago or so. He did a couple photos. It was basically like you would just, hey, dude, I need you. I think Don did a few photos too, actually, maybe because Don worked for us for a year or so. He was in between jobs, and I think he wore the mask. I know Craig did wear the mask, but it was just we put it on mannequins. It was just we got the mask online or whatever, so it was no designated person. But yeah, he did wear it in like some of the videos, the Hell's commercial videos. I think the Organzine one.
Yeah.
I
guess that's what I meant. Yeah,
that is him. That is him, though. Yeah, but we just got it. But multiple people have worn it, like dressed up with it. You know, the same one.
Yeah, we got this dude is up. This dude's up late. He's from Denmark.
Was he talking to me? He doesn't even know my name. He said, "Hey,
no. It's a impetigo joke. I don't know why he's bringing up an impetigo joke, but yeah, he's doing his own comedy on his own. That's from the impetigo live show or whatever
with Steve-O.
Yeah. It's just banter. Yeah. So, but yeah. What else was gonna? Let me see. I have another. Okay, so you guys. You talk a lot. You've covered a lot already on your show with your videos and all the and the Hellcast and all that. But when you guys, I know you guys started off like somewhat as a distro as far as Hells is concerned. just kind of trading with other people, and it kind of went on from there. When was it? I guess when did you guys decide? At one point, they were like, okay, you know, this is going somewhere. This could be something. Do you remember like talking about that?
Yes and no. I mean, the thing is after we put out the Spawn of Satan Blood 6 CD, which was our first release, we thought it was cool because like we're getting stuff in trade, like you said, we're trading now instead of wholesale and everything. Like, oh, we're getting our units for much, much cheaper, selling the distro and our own personal copies. Like, so if Exhumed did a new album, I'm like, fuck, I'm getting my personal copy for dirt cheap. It's whatever we paid to press Spawn of Satan, instead of the rip-off $8 a disc wholesale, right? So I liked it for that sense. And then we did have the Nunslaughter Setnik 7-inch. So that was our first vinyl. And then it was like, you know what? I said this back in the day. This was my idea. And like, Eric and Chase weren't against it because we did do stuff like kind of early on, like the Cease Fearless on Dead Machines. But my initial idea, I was like, you know what I would really like to do? I was like, I'm sure some of them are completely unrealistic because of these bands out of reach, and I'm sure they're going to have money. So I would love to put out like some of my favorite albums that never been on vinyl. Yeah. So I was saying back then to do Mortician, Deceased, Chrysian, all these things, a lot of things that we've done now, Centurion, stuff that we still haven't done. I was saying back then to do the first 4 Deeds of Flesh on vinyl, which, mind you, still have yet to come out on vinyl ever. Never, not once. Things like that, I said to do back then. For whatever reason, it got kind of tossed to the wayside. I don't know if Eric and Chase were not as interested in that. They maybe wanted to just do new bands and new releases. That maybe is there more interest. Or it could be like, I know Chase, one comment he made once, he's like, yeah, that's cool. But it's like for example, I even brought up doing like Sinister and shit like that, the albums that weren't on a vinyl. And he's like, well, we don't have a contact to them. I can't just, and again, this is before Facebook and all that shit even existed. Yeah. He's like, I don't know how to get a hold of these guys. Yeah, not a bad idea. He's like, and those are bigger bands. Like, they're going to want a shitload of money. That we keep them out. We're still teenagers. So it's kind of like, so I saw from that point of view, that's why I wasn't pissed or nothing like that. It's like, but in my mind, that's kind of where I wanted to go. So when we were kind of doing that, like, for example, we got able to do the Deceased Fearless on Dead Machines, which was early on out. I thought that was like fucking awesome because I'm like, oh man, because I was like, I already own the CD on Relapse and I love this record. And we're doing the record, like it's never been on vinyl. I was like, I just thought it was the coolest thing in the world because it's kind of like, I'm doing it as a fan. I'm getting it on vinyl because I want it on vinyl myself. And I feel like I'm paying homage to the thing that I love more than anything in the world. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of leaving my blueprint behind on the stuff that I love. Not just a new band where I'm like, they're cool, but I just got to know them last week. You know what I mean? So I was more interested in that. So that's kind of where it was going. So anytime that stuff was popping up, I was just serious in that sense. But as far as serious as like we could take this for anything business-wise, I guess it was kind of like when you saw Chase quit his day job to do it full time to see how it would go first, and then I was second. Then you start to say, oh, okay, well, shit, maybe we can make a living off this, and like, why the fuck not? Like they always say, do what you love doing. That's what you should do. You're spending all this time and money on it anyways. If you can make a living on it, you don't have to work for some fucking jackass, and he comes in, asks you how your fucking weekend was. You don't want to talk to him, right?
Yeah.
Don't have to deal with that. Well, why the fuck not? And and I didn't think that would ever been possible. That wasn't the plan. That's not when we started it. But when it got to the point where that realization, it's like, yeah, this is possible. It's kind of like, damn, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. What'd you do as a day job, or before that?
Well, as I was working, so my the job I quit that I was doing, I worked for a printing company, pressing like forms type stuff, like for like Safe Auto, Panther, fucking Transport, shit like that. Big runs where it'd be like their invoicing forms and shit like that. So I'd run like a two color press, 3 color press, and shit like that. I start off doing the binder area. I don't know if you know anything about the printing industry.
Not really, but
yeah. But I did that. But and then all throughout high school and shit, I worked a bunch of fast food restaurants: McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Buffalo Wild Wings, Perkins Restaurant first. Yeah. So, but because I've had a job since I was 13. Always had a job. I've never not had a job since age 13.
Are all your brothers like that? Do they have the same work ethic?
Yeah.
Where does that come from, you think?
For me, the way I kind of saw it was like, because like grew up on a lot of land and shit like that, right? And you couldn't do anything, dude. Like it wasn't like, well, hey, like you hear some kids like, yeah, we sneak out on our bikes and we go up to a fucking bar and steal beer and shit like that. Dude, the nearest fucking store, if you were to ride your bicycle, would have taken you at least an hour because we're out in the boons, the middle of the country. You know what I mean? So you couldn't go anywhere unless you had a car. So that was out of the question. And there was a lot of we had like 7 acres of land. My parents were raising ostriches and shit at the time too. They had 2 fucking big ass pots. Yeah. So anyways, there's that, grew up in a big house. So we're always doing a lot of chores and shit, right? And what my mind says, I can't speak for them, but what I thought. So basically, you went to school and you're doing chores almost all the time. And then whatever the last hour or whatever, once you finished all your stuff, you're allowed to play video games and do whatever you wanted, right? So I was like, I got my mind, once I was able to get a job, I wanted money because I wanted to buy my own stuff because our parents didn't give us allowance or anything. You do all this work, you didn't do any allowance. And I get it, 7 kids, what are you going to do? You each give them money? And quite frankly, that's what kids should be learning anyways nowadays too. You have a roof over your head. You're going to get paid shit. But anyways, I saw it just in my mind at the time. I'm like, well, I want money to be able to buy my own stuff. Nobody's giving me money. And I have no choice. I'm working whether I like it or not because I have to do chores while I'm awake. Like that was the rule. You had to be doing something. You got to go cut the grass, go get wood. They're burning wood, chop wood, all that type of shit. So I'm like, this fucking sucks. I'm doing work for free. Why not just go get a job, still work and get paid and just not be home? So that's what I did.
Yeah, that makes sense. Was like, let me look at this. All right, so yeah, I told you I do research and all that for the like these live shows when I have somebody on. So that's why I guess that you're probably wondering how the hell I knew about the Will Romer story or whatever. But I have another question. Who the hell is Kritsky?
Oh, well, technically, you're asking who's Kritsky is the guy. It's the landlord from the movie The Super with Joe Pesci.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever seen that movie, The Super?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember
that horrible landlord. That's Kritsky because he's this horrible landlord. So we called our fucking guy. It was Rob, our landlord, Rob, and it was actually Craig that gave him the name. Fucking Kritsky. He's like worst goddamn landlord ever. I'll give you an example. When we first got our warehouse, right, dude, they repainted the walls, right, for us. Dude, I'm not even exaggerating. He had to had a fucking dude. I'm not even joking. He had to have had his 10 to 12-year-old kids do it. It's the worst paint job I've ever seen. Dude, there's like on the back of the door, there's like this big handprint. Like it's just like they just threw paint on shit. Dude, it's the absolute most mind-blowing. Like, dude, you got to be joking. Like, I don't even paint, and I could do a better job with my eyes closed. Like, this is horrible. There's no edging. There's everything, and then on top of that, dude, the bathrooms he gave that to us. I remember we were looking at the place. Man, this place is a fucking dump. I know, yeah, we'll clean out for your stuff. So, anyways, we move in, right? And the guy's bathroom, especially in the warehouse, there's two stalls, 2 urinals. Dude, it was so fucking trashed and so backed up. There was like paper towels and stuff hanging out of the toilets and stuff. You could, they're backed up. You couldn't, they're clogged. This is how he gave it to us. And I go and tell him, I'm like, hey man, dude, the bathrooms are like, they're not even usable condition. Whatever guys, that's on you, dude. That was his. I'm like, what do you mean that's on you, dude? That's not on you at all. I was like, we just fucking moved in. And so like he got on the phone or whatever, so got kind of cut off. I literally came back the next day. I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Because he was just down the hall. Remember that shared office space I told you about where we recorded the Nunslaughter God video? His office down there. And we got along. He was really friendly and shit like that. I told, look, man, this is fucking ridiculous. We just moved it. I understand if like the inside's on us, like if we break something, we got to repair it. I was like, but come on, you didn't even give us the shit in working order. It's not like I just did this or one of our employees, like, was just being a dick or fucking took a massive dump to clog the toilet. Like, this is insane. Like I've seen cleaner outhouses. And he's like, let me take a look. So he goes out and looks. He's like, holy shit. Oh man. I thought you were just joking. I was like, why would I be joking? I was like, it's unusable. Literally unusable. I was like,
it's on you, dude.
He's like, all right, yeah, I'll have someone come in and get this all fixed up. I was like, goddamn right you will.
Like, so dude, when you
the heating unit in the bay, so we have our office area, which the heating worked there. The heating unit in the bay wasn't working, right? Because I mean, there was the warehouse that we rented, like nobody was renting it out for like maybe a year or so, whatever it was prior to. So whatever, the heater broke, so they didn't bother fixing it. So when we get in there, we're like, dude, we're gonna need a heater. Winter's coming around. Dude, this motherfucker, Kritsky, waits till winter time to get it working. It's like, dude, it's fucking freezing. It's snowing. I was like, Rob. I was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, we need a heater. I was like, it's cold as fuck. I was like, just put a sweater on, man. See, like, dude, I'm not. I was like, I'm not coming.
Like, I'm paying you, motherfucker. I'm paying you for this shit.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not being in a warehouse all day with a runny nose, freezing cold fucking hands, just because your jackass doesn't want to fuck up. I was like, dude, this should have been installed in August. Why are we waiting till November? Which every fucking human being that lives in Ohio knows it's cold as fuck in November. Because he's like, well, it's not even snowing yet. I was like, it doesn't even be snowing to be cold, motherfucker. It's 30 degrees outside.
Fucking Kritsky.
So that's why I got the name Kritsky.
So the warehouse, the one you're in now, is it your own one, or is it still shared?
It's our own bay. It's our own bay. We went to, dude. There's probably like 20 different companies there. Oh, we rent a bay. Yeah. We rent a bay, but we're the same bay as the same bay.
I was gonna ask, was there like a ribbon cutting ceremony, like when you guys like, yo, Hell's Headbangers, you know, whatever town you're in?
No, because it's, dude. If you go out there,
I'd be fucking hilarious. Is what I'm getting at.
Because you've never been there, you'd probably laugh your ass out. Where it is, it's out in the boons as well.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
Chase personally hates that. He wants it more into Cleveland so people can shop and shit. But dude, I kind of like it like that because, dude, like you got to work on Cleveland. What if somebody smashes in your shit? Somebody breaks in. Somebody wants to dick around with you. People coming in that are annoying, and you're trying to get shit done.
Yeah.
And not to mention, with today's wimpy ass fucking society, people getting offended, so now they are fucking with your shit even more. It's just better to be kind of off. I mean, let's call it like it is. Like this isn't like I mean, you saw the fucking thing, like just the Satanic War Master video. I give a mild opinion on something that I barely even fucking gave any thought on, dude. And people go ape shit. Their pussies are all up in a fucking bunch. I'm like, guys, I didn't give it that much thought. Quite frankly, I'm not too concerned about another man. Yeah, I don't care who he likes, who he doesn't like. You care what breakfast cereal he likes too? So if he's not out fucking lynching blacks, quite frankly, I don't give a shit if he's not. You know, if he has an opinion that doesn't like a certain group of people, that's on him. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? Right, people are allowed to like and dislike whatever the fuck they want. So yeah, sorry, I didn't look that much into it. People got all fucking an uproar and fucking.
Oh, I know. So
if that's how fucking tampon city they are these days, I can only imagine if our shit's in the central of fucking shithole Cleveland.
So
you know?
Now generally businesses have like their logo and outside their warehouses. What is it outside of the Hell's Bay or whatever?
Just looks like a building, and then there's
you don't have like a logo or anything out there.
It just says HHR suite number. Yeah, because we didn't want to.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't want to put it because we didn't. Yeah, for the attention, the obvious, like don't want Hell's Headbangers. I mean, because who knows? Like even before all this wimpification. I mean, the thing is, the wimpification's been going on at least for 20 years. It's just ultra wimpy in the last 2 to 3 years. It just seems like it gets wimpier every fucking year. But even 20 years ago, let's call it like it is, like Hell's Headbangers, that could offend some type of Christian. You know what I mean? What's that? You know what I mean? Or maybe not offend them, get them looking into it. It's like it's unwanted attention.
Yeah, unwanted fucking unneeded attention.
Yeah. So
I just, like I said, I just think of it from some fucking guy. What the hell is this? Fucking Hell's Headbangers or whatever, you know what I mean?
When they got there, we've gotten that reaction when they come in. Yeah. Oh shit, this isn't my. Or some people like, let's say they didn't know who Hell's Headbangers was, but they kind of like metal. Let's say they like bigger metal, like you know what I mean, like Iron Maiden, and maybe even some Cannibal Corpse and like just maybe semi underground stuff. And they walk. They heard it as a record store, like holy shit! Like I didn't realize this is my own backyard. This is fucking awesome. There's been reactions like that, yeah. So.
Let me see. I think I probably missed some questions already. You guys used to do like compilations. Are you guys still going to be doing that? Because I know a lot of people would always get those. Yeah, actually, you know what? Jim Sadis used to pass those things out like crazy.
Oh, trust me, I know. Yeah, I definitely know.
Yeah, I think I got like 10 of them from him one time. So.
It's funny you bring that up. I can't remember the last one we did that we actually did a compilation of. I remember it was just basically by the artwork. Yeah, I wish we would do more, and I want to do more, and I know Chase is for it. It's the bottom line. The main thing is getting the Chase kind of drops the ball on that in a sense because he gets all the bands like who's the most current bands like new stuff come out. Let's say we're doing a new Thy Feeble Savior. Let's say we're planning to come out at the end of this year, and let's say we're doing another compilation like next month. He'd want that on there. He's like, this is coming up. He's like, I don't need a 5-year-old release on there now. That's right.
Yeah,
so he was always. But he was the one with the audios, and he was kind of like dicking around, taking forever. However, I think it's funny you kind of bring this up just because literally I got a text 2 days ago, or yesterday, 2 days ago, Kramer, who does the artwork for us. I don't know what the fuck took him so long. So this is part of the reason we haven't done a compilation in a while, because I think we are up to date. We might be missing one. That's why I said I can't remember which artwork we did the last compilation for, but we were waiting on artwork. So the latest one is Cannibal Corpse Eaten Back to Life cover with our mascot. You know how we did Slayer, Sepultura, Black Sabbath. You know what I mean? The next one's Cannibal Corpse. Dude, this has been in the making. I'm not even exaggerating. For sure, 3 years, possibly 5 years. Where it's like, dude, what the fuck is going on? Now, partially, it's kind of like Eric was the one in contact. I keep asking, like, dude, what the fuck? So he last time told me he said he's 90% finished. I'm like, when was the last time you asked him? Oh, that was about 6 months ago. I was like, why the fuck are you waiting 6 months? Like, contact him every week. Like, what the fuck? Get it done. Need now, motherfucker. Anyways, Kramer just sent out, like, I actually seen the photos and text. It's like done. He's just got to add the logo.
Oh, okay.
It looked awesome. So now that we have another piece of art, I would love, especially, but how long is Chase going to drag his goddamn feet, get the current tracks? Who the fuck knows? But I'm all for it, and I would love to do it. Like we don't sell those. We just hand them out as well. I think it's great advertisement. It's cool. I think plus people love getting free shit and just. I absolutely love
to fucking come with like stacks of them.
Yeah, yeah. So I really hope we do because I really want that art commemorated on that. We'll definitely do stickers of the art. I'm sure shirts, but it'd be cool to have it commemorate on a disc that you can own. So yeah.
Seventh Blast. He's a guy from Denmark. He's in the band Vomit Angel. And,
okay. Yeah.
And he said when he traded with Hells, some dude opened the package in customs and put an open shampoo bottle, closed the package, and sent it on. I don't know what the hell that means, but
why would they even do that?
I don't know. It just I saw.
I'll tell you the closest I've seen to that though. I've never seen customs open and put something weird, but fucking King Folly, man, that guy's just classic. Like you ever done a trade with King?
I mean, no, I just. No, not really. I'm just
as much as I love that guy, man. He's just the most caveman, fucking primitive Mongol I've ever fucking met. Dude, he literally basically gets. I don't even know if it's basically. It might even be literally a pizza box that he just fucking finished eating pizza with. Scribbles his name on there, like this return address and his address. Super fucking messy. I'm like, I'm shocked this even made it here. I can barely read this. And dude, you know what he stuffed? You know how like you stuff shit with either like stuffing paper or peanuts.
Yeah.
Dude, this fucking guy, one time, I'm not even exaggerating, got some CDs in a box or whatever. He stuffs it with the remainder of his goddamn, his takeout food, his bag shit, his Applebee's receipt in there, his silverware, the actual bag and napkins and shit. I'm like, dude, I don't want your garbage. What the fuck is this?
That's fucking, in the early days of eBay, I ordered something. I had like 2 LPs, and somebody did the same thing. They sent me records. They stuffed 2 LPs. Just fucking flopping around in a used pizza box, fucking grease all inside that motherfucker. I shit you out. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I mean, I was like, that's one of the weirdest things.
If King sees this to his defense, that was years ago with the silverware, like years and years ago, maybe 10 years ago. Pretty sure Craig opened the pack. He's like, dude, look at what this guy's like. I can't even believe this guy. But it's case King. No, excuse me. I don't know, grown man should be doing that. But I mean, in case King sees it, I'm like, I don't remember that, brother. I didn't do that. So I can see him saying that. I'm like, well, it's like 10 years ago, man. I don't mean like last month.
Well, that motherfucker remembers everything, so I'm sure he won't forget. He I will say this. I got that LP from you, and it was packaged like unbelievably well. I don't know who does that for you guys over there.
That's that's the protocol. Like, I mean, that's the design. Eric custom made the boxes. We had those made, and we get them. It's just
okay. I didn't know that.
Couple thousand. Wow. Yeah. He created the die and shit. So now we just cut up the cardboard to that size, and it's there, and it's then we have a pack. So whoever we hire, I show them this is how we want it done. This is how it's done. If you don't like it, there's the fucking door. Go to Burger.
Well, dude, I'm like, fuck. I don't know if I want to open this fucking thing in because I don't. Because I'm like, I mean, it was so well packaged. I'm used to just fucking like, so one little fucking slit with the fucking with scissors or whatever, and then open it up. Fuck no, this thing had compartments and all kinds of shit.
There was no Applebee's receipt in there and silverware and shit.
Fuck no. But I was like, oh, and then the LP is taped. Like, it doesn't bounce around and all that.
Yep. Tape down the back.
So I will say, if you ever, I mean, you guys that order stuff from Hells, if you haven't ordered something, they got fucking everything you can think of as far as underground like extreme music. But if anything ever comes destroyed, it's not because they're fucking packaging. I will tell you that.
It's funny, dude. Hell, I have to put up with that sometimes in fucking in my own goddamn business. Like some guy will get his LP and it's like, dude, like literally, like you can see there's a big wheel over it. The record's cracked. And for whatever reason, Chase got the message. And he'll be like this, dude. This is just Chase for you. Because I don't know. Yeah, you never, well, you talk to Chase, but you obviously don't know the side of him. He'll be like, what's with this shit fucking pack job, J-DAWG? And I'm like, dude, I can't help it if a tow motor runs over the fucking thing. I have no control over that. Like, it's like, dude, it's a uniform system. I'm like, they're all packed. What do you mean shit? He pulls stuff like that. I'm like, why are you even sending me this, dude? Like, you know, you should just know this by now. But I don't know. Maybe he's just saying that just to fucking rip on me. You know what I mean? That's going to be possible too.
There we go. Well, my buddy Chris, he just ordered from HHR before the show started. Hell
Sweet.
yeah.
That's what I like to hear. What he ordered?
I don't know. What'd you order, Chris? Chris does Defile Graves. He's does a distro. He's from the Chicago area.
Oh, sweet.
Cool dude. I've known him for, I think we first came in contact like mid-90s probably.
So he's an old devil like you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We're all those old guys. There's still guys that didn't fucking, pose out. Like I told you about my fucking song. I think I told you. I had a song called Time Reveals All Posers. I think I mentioned that.
I think because you asked me my favorite poser song, so maybe you brought up there. Yeah, but I didn't realize. I don't think you told me the story of why you wrote it or anything like that. No.
Well, it's just because it's true. Because I growing up, having been this, for fucking ever now. So many people just fucking come and go. In due time, it's like, you're
dude. You think the metal scene's bad? You got to go into the fucking like bodybuilding world, etc. Like, it's hilarious, dude. I've seen literally thousands of people, and just the gym I've been going to, I'll come and go. You see new people every day. It's funny because, like, whether it be family or friends or people, they'll ask me advice and stuff like that. Yeah, what should I do for this, and that? And I want to take X, Y, and Z, even though I'm barely started. I'm like, dude, quite frankly, you're wasting my time. You're wasting your time. Because I hate to break it to you, 3 months from now, you're not even going to be going to the fucking gym no more. You're going to be gone and fucking just doing whatever the hell you're doing. You're just wasting my time asking these stupid questions. I promise you, you're not going to be doing this.
All those New Year's resolutions, people.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. So I'm just kind of like, God, why? Just don't even ask me, man. You're wasting you're not even going to be coming around.
Goat man, don't be a cheap bastard. Buy something. He said he hasn't ordered anything in a while.
I'm
literally like 20 minutes away. So,
all he's got to do, he should have got the memo. He's just placing orders. Actually, him, if he's that too, just come on down and we can just check you out there.
Yeah, dude, don't be a cheap bastard. Don't make excuses. Buy.
Yeah, buy fucking you want to pay shipping, then pick it up there.
Buy and don't go hang out, don't loiter or anything. Just buy and get the fuck out.
Well, that's what I tell a lot of people, because even friends and shit, all of a sudden they come down, sometimes Don and stuff. I'm like, yeah, but I don't have time to have, because like when I'm at work, it's business. It's just because like you got to understand, because I manage like everything getting out the door and stuff. Like I make the list and everybody's list and make sure they're getting stuff. If I'm tied up, that means every minute that goes by, there's less orders going out. And my honest goal is I want to keep everybody happy. I'm like, I want these people happy. You know what I mean? I was like, this is what keeps us around. I was like, so you don't understand. Like every day is like it. We have orders every day, and they need to go out. I was like, if I'm dicking around, hanging out, shooting the shit during this time, this is when I need to get this stuff done. So I think some people maybe take it the wrong way, or Justin wasn't friendly or whatever. I mean, I'm never a jerk, but I mean, I just don't. I was like, I'm at work. It's busy. You know what I mean? I don't have to. I wish I could just fucking dick around all the time. There's nothing I'd rather go more like, hey, let's go up to Buffalo Wild Wings and get some beers and fucking wings. That'd be great. I was like, but I can't. You know what I mean? I can't.
He ordered. Chris got 2 Slayer unofficial live LPs.
Oh, probably the Cunt Full of Maggots, and they look fan-fucking-tastic. I bought that myself. As a matter of fact, I think my personal copy is.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it.
Yeah, it's on the shelf, I think. Let me grab it.
Since you asked, I'll be 47 tomorrow.
Yeah, I think he's talking about this.
Hold on, let me put you solo. There we go. Check it out.
We have these at Hell.
That artwork is sick.
Yeah, cunt full of maggots, like skull full of maggots, cunt full of maggots, it says.
Yeah.
And it's a gatefold.
Wow. That's cool, man.
Yeah, and it's live 1985.
Fucking hella weights era.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's probably what he bought, because these just went up today. And then we also got with these two, a couple others. I have mine off this side here too. We got some Black Sabbath LPs as well. Live 76. This here. It's a gatefold cover art, but it's a double LP as well.
Oh wow! It's live in '76, you said?
Yeah, 76,
Wow.
New York. Yeah.
Man, fucking unofficial.
Yeah,
Shit has come a long. They've come a long way, man.
Dude, look at the cover art, dude. It's like a book. It's front to back. The
That's what I'm
cover.
saying.
So like, look at this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That shit. I remember when
it's got the war.
Bootlegs used to look like bootlegs. Not anymore.
No, dude. Like the bootlegs are some of my favorite shit because like if it's done by real fans, it's some of the coolest crap. Like I have an old Black Sabbath bootleg too. I got it probably about 10 years ago or so. I bought it at a store here called My Mind's Eye. I think it's live. It's in the 70s as well. It's a triple LP box set and it's fucking beautiful. If it's done by real fans and shit, it's done like some of the boots are like some of the coolest releases ever. It's got like exclusive art and it's a collectible item because they're usually very limited. You know what I mean? So I like the bands that I love and shit. I love collecting those goddamn things. You know what I mean? Dude, I have so many Merciful Fate bootlegs. It's not even funny. You'd make your fucking head spin.
No, I mean, fucking Merciful Fate are fucking gods.
Yeah. So.
Theseus from Houston, he calls you Mr. Dog. Do you own the Japanese? Do you own anything by the Japanese band Crowley? I remember you said you liked them, but their stuff is pretty pricey.
Check this shit out, brah. This is a bootleg too. This is all I own.
Get ready, Theseus.
I own the album on CD as well, but this is their I believe it's just the demos. Yeah, side A Crowley demonstration tape, 1987. Side B 1, track 1, Emergency Express Metal Warning 2 compilation. Track 2 through 4, The Scream of Death 8-inch. Track 5 through 6, Electric Ladyland compilation. So this is all their other miscellaneous stuff. And then I have just a CDR of the album, which is very, very hard to get. But this is also bootleg. This is like 10 years old or so.
There it is. Dude, that the simplicity of that cover rules.
Here's the backside cover.
Yeah, that's good. That looks like it's well done.
Dude, this record is great. So that's the Crowley stuff. As far as physical format that I actually own, like I said, the studio album I just have on a CDR, not even a physical format. This is the only physical format thing I own. This fucking album's awesome.
There you go, Theseus.
Yeah. So.
All right. So we mentioned them a couple times. As far as Deceased, you guys have been working with Deceased for years now.
Yeah.
And King always fucking praises like the label all the time. Anytime he's asked about it. But you guys are also known for like sometimes crazy like packaging and these weird kind of one-off things. And one of the earlier ones that I remember was this, when you guys did this.
Oh, that's actually a little bit later in comparison, to be honest. Mine's sitting right off to the corner.
Yeah, so this one, I remember King like talking about this. I'm like, what? That's fucking cool. Those there's like just the demos, right?
Yeah, it's all the demos. There's the coffin box. I believe there's just 100 of those made.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but then there's because it's a triple or quadruple LP. I forget. Like I said, I haven't looked at it in a while, but I have it. It's literally like 2 feet from me. It's then there's a regular vinyl. It's all black vinyl. That is just, it comes in a tri-gatefold cover. So there was like maybe 500 or 1,000 of those. But in the coffin box, and it comes with, in the box, I think there's a shirt, maybe a slip mat. And like I said, all the vinyls were on color. And that box, there was just 100 like that.
Yeah. So what is, in your mind, what was the kind of wildest fucking release as far as like, this is a coffin. I know you guys done other stuff. But is there one that you're like, holy fuck, I can't believe we did this or we pulled this off?
I mean, I remember some that were super annoying because we had to physically do. Like the Nunslaughter Burn the Cross, 7-inch scrapping out those crosses was annoying. There's the Slaughter Fucking Death rehearsal that we did. Same thing, die cut cover, had to scrap those out. That was annoying. The Nunslaughter Maggots, where we actually put maggots inside of a cover. That was probably
there we go. Yeah, somebody just commented that. The maggots die hard.
Yeah, yeah, that's I have one of my 7-inch closet over there. I have a copy of that, but that was probably that actually I would say that was the most pain in the ass worst one to do, like as far as the monotony. Yeah. So yeah, Don would come over and help us fucking do them too, and it was a project. While you're talking, what I'm looking for is my photo when I first met King Folly.
Oh shit! Actually, yeah, go ahead because I'm going to show. They just happen to be sitting here, but because somebody mentioned cyanide and that divide and conquer one specifically, which I got from Scott. I don't know. I'm sure these are long sold out, but these those came out fucking awesome.
Yeah, so those sold out. I knew they were going to move, but they sold out really fast. Maybe 2 months. And yeah, but Divide and Conquer, that's my favorite album by them. So I thought it was so cool that sold that fast because so I wonder if anyone else really cares about this album or whatever. Because a lot of times I think I may have told you a lot of the shit that it seems like I really care about, I'm a big fan of. It seems like most people don't.
Yeah.
At least that's just what it feels like or seems like. And for whatever.
There was a Nunslaughter steel box.
Yeah, I show that on my channel. It's all the 7-inch, all the demos. So like Face of Evil demo 7-inch in there. They're all in a metal 7-inch box, and there's only 100 of those as well. That's actually one of my favorite Nunslaughter releases in general, just as far as how it came out. Really, really nice. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, a lot of elaborate shit on the Nunslaughter because that's what Don wanted. And not only that, because he wanted it, he would come over and actually help. You know what I mean? He wasn't one of those fucking like, dude, there was a time like there's a couple year stretch. I saw Don either at his house or our house, like every single Saturday, every weekend.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I've spent a lot of time with him. Kanye, I spent a lot of time with him too. So like I know those guys very, very well. Like, you know what I mean? So I've known them it's kind of like I grew up with them since I was a teenager, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So, there was one release that fucking still pisses me off to this day because it was a Slaughter one. Which one was it?
I'm being pissed off, man. I'm being pissed I can't find this goddamn photo because I know exactly what I have.
The one that's like it's like cut out. The cover's like cut out, like on the front.
Which band?
Slaughter.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Slaughter fucking Death.
Yeah, I guess that's it was like a grayish cover. Dude, I remember fucking taking that thing out and putting back in, and it would get caught like on the cover.
Yeah,
like, fuck! This is annoying as fuck.
Yeah, it was literally the Slaughter. That was with Chuck Schuldiner when he sang for Slaughter when he came up for that rehearsal weekend or whatever. The fucking Death. It's Chuck from Death on they call him Evil Chuck on the Slaughter list.
Yeah. But that cover, that jacket, that used to piss me off. I was like, fuck it, I'm not taking this out of the sleeve anymore.
It was just like that on the picture disc. We did a picture disc like that, and then the regular vinyl had a different.
That's the one I have. Yeah, that's the one I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I can't. Some of these fucking pictures are pissing me off, and because I don't know, like, where they. Dude, some of the reasons, like, it's funny. Somebody asked me on my channel recently, like, "Hey, have you ever had to rebuy a CD or something like that?" And I said, "Yeah." I tell a story because you let someone borrow it or whatever, or see it, and then you never fucking see it again. And for whatever reason, that's happening with some of my goddamn photos too. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, maybe Eric said, "Hey, bring in your photo with King Folly. We're going to use it." As a matter of fact, I'm almost positive that's what the fuck happened because I can't find it. Bring it in because I'm going to use it on one of the compilations, for one of the layouts. And now I don't fucking have the thing, and that, quite frankly, pisses me off.
Yeah, man.
Because I have my pile of photos here, and I'm not fucking seeing it, and it's making my fucking dick itch. Like, for example, here's that Will one that I showed you earlier, like you showed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like these are my hard copies. They're all together, and like I have shitloads of them, but unless I'm flipped through too fast and didn't see it, but I'm like, here's when I met fucking Carrie from Slayer.
Fucking.
So like that, so I have tons, and I know, like I have mine with fucking. Here's Doc Vader, who's fucking dead now.
Damn. I know. I'm glad you're bringing that up.
Wearing, when I first met King in the photo I'm in, he's wearing a Whiplash Power and Pain shirt. Like I know exactly what it looks like. 100% have it. No ifs, ands. I dreamt it, nothing. And now I'm on seeing it. It pisses me off because I'm pretty organized with my shit. Like all my stuff's alphabetized, right? Everything's organized. So when I'm missing something, I know somebody fucked me is what it is, and that pisses me off.
I've been missing. I had original like the carbonized from Sweden, their demo.
Yeah.
No fucking idea what happened to that thing.
Legs walked away.
Somebody fucking yeah. I don't know. Somebody came over one day and just like, oh, I'll take this.
I told the story I told for the CD. I believe it was I forget what CD it is. It's either Unpredictable Horde of the Zombies or the first album, right? And they needed some. Remember when we did the LPs when Hells did those, which is a while ago? We needed something from it. I don't know if it was audio related or something from the layout or whatever. And Eric needed it, so I brought it in and I gave it to Craig because Craig was going to do the scans and then Eric was going to do the layout, right? Gave it to Craig. Never seen it since. I was like, dude, where the fuck's my disc? So I gave it to Eric. So I was like, all right, go and ask Eric. He didn't give me shit. I told him to scan it. Go back to Craig. He's full of shit. I gave it to him. And now, dude, this is like 10 years ago. So now I don't have the fucking CD. I have the LP that came out that we put out, but it's just little things like that. It's like, I want my fucking shit. Don't you know what I mean? And it's like, what, just mysteriously just fucking disappear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So speaking of like meeting people, tell us about meeting a certain vocalist at Disneyland or Disney World.
Yeah, Corpsegrinder. So, goddamn, where did you hear some of these stories? You had to research.
I'm telling you, I do my work, man.
Yeah, that's funny. I thought I saw my picture with Alex Webster, and this would have been the time. Oh, here it is. So here's my picture with Corpsegrinder. This is when he told the story.
Hold on.
So
let me put you solo. Go ahead. Yeah.
Hang on. Look at those ridiculous fucking shorts.
Hey, you guys wear shorts because somebody said they bought the Exciter like fucking shorts.
Well, I didn't say there's anything wrong with shorts. I wear shorts in the summer too. I don't like being hot. I said ridiculous shorts. No man should be wearing his shorts past his fucking knees. Look at that. See, they're above the knees. They got to be knee level or above. But it's fucking great. And I don't know. Have you ever met? Because you're probably not the biggest Cannibal Corpse fan. Have you ever met George Corpsegrinder?
No, man. I last time I saw Cannibal Corpse live was probably I saw them a couple of times in the early 90s. And
so anyways, whether you like Cannibal with him or not, or you like Monstrosity or not, dude, George, he's like literally one of the fucking coolest guys ever. Like super fucking cool. Right. Doesn't come off as a rock star, doesn't come like just like really cool guy. Dude, like literally when I took that photo, I think we hung out with him for over an hour, just hanging out, just in the between shows. And that's when he brought up the Disney World because I was wearing the at the time too. At the show, I had the Mortician hat, took it off, and he recognized it because it had the signatures on it too.
Yeah.
And he brought up because we were at Disney World like 2 years or so prior, just a family trip, and he saw us. He's like, yeah. He's like, were you guys like? I haven't seen too many people with a Mortician hat, which was me. He's like, did you guys go to Disney World like a couple of years ago? I was like, yeah, like a family trip. Oh fuck, I saw you guys there. It's like I was like, well, how do you know it was us? Like, because you were wearing that same Mortician hat and with signatures on the top. Remember, you saw on the Will photo outside the top of the whole link.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was with my wife and my and her, I guess, his sister-in-law. I think it was her sister, and they're just there, like just hanging out. And his wife wanted him to go up to us. It's like, I don't want to be like a rock star. I don't know. It's like, I don't know if he likes Cannibal or not. Like, because he wasn't wearing a Cannibal shirt. And his sister-in-law's like, well, do you think he knows who your band is? Like, well, he's like, well, if he knows who Mortician is, he's like, he definitely knows who we are. He's like, whether he likes us or not, he's like, I don't know. He's like, but he definitely heard of us. So he's like, oh, you should go up to him. He's like, yeah, I don't want to like, kind of like, like, hey, check me out, guys. But obviously, I was like, oh, dude, I would have loved it if you did. Like, you're like literally my favorite band.
Was he on the rides?
I don't know. I didn't see. He saw me. I didn't see him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought that was, but like, dude, it was like that. Like, because we met him several times after, and he'd always remember us too. He's just like,
weird.
It's because you think it's for like biggest death metal band. He's got to be kind of a rock star. Like, dude, he's like, I guarantee you, if you walked in, like knowing you and stuff, I guarantee you'd get along with him. 100%, no doubt in my mind.
I've heard nothing but cool things. That guy, I've heard nothing but like just a regular dude. Doesn't have an ego or anything like that. And he makes they make videos of him shopping at fucking Target. He's not, so he seems like an okay guy. So
yeah, that was the story for the Disney World thing. I don't even know where you saw that because I don't know if I told that on Hellcast or what. I know I've told it, but I don't know if I've ever told it on camera or anything.
Yeah, like I said, I put some work in, man. Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and ask them. I know you guys have a lot of questions. Hell, his fucking channel is Ask Me Fucking Questions. So I think you guys know.
Dude, not even like intentionally do that, but I kind of like doing it because it's like you're interacting with the fucking your people. And I was like, well, I mean, until I come up with other shit to show and talk about, like things that I come up like, oh, I want to make a video on this. It's like, fuck, I'll just talk with the devils and whatever they want to talk about. That's where like a lot of these poser just like the Satanic War Master. I got the posting. Like people that got messed, I was like, the reason I didn't investigate it is I literally just read off a guy's question and just answered on the fly.
Right.
And I didn't even think, I thought it was gonna be another video nobody cares about, nobody watches, whatever. And then people are like, oh yeah, should have researched in Google. I was like, dude, what? Now I'm Googling every question that comes up. Fuck that, I'm not doing that. I refer to my first video. God damn it, I said raw fucking demo off the hook, whatever the hell you get. If it's wrong information, then go Google it and figure out your fucking self. I don't know. Yes, my fucking. It's kind of like kind of treating like a person. If you met me in person, you asked me something, that's what you're going to get. And that's what I tell all these guys too. Like if I go to Maryland, I was like, don't be shy. If you guys want to talk, come to me. I was like, I'm literally the exact same person as you see on this camera. Like exact.
Well, that's the thing. Most people aren't used to hearing the truth from others anymore. Everybody just fucking bullshits everybody, kisses each other's asses and all that shit. Oh no, I got to tell him I like his band. That way he likes my band. And
I hate that. Dude, I told that all the time. I was like, I don't care. Like, there's guys, like I told you about the Somnus story. Like, I think they're the coolest guys ever. But I was like, it's kind of like a melodically wimpy black metal band I didn't get to. But I was always friends with the guys. I was like, they knew. I'd tell Scott and Cheesy Steve and Rhea to the friends. I was like, I didn't, don't really like the tunes. You know what I mean? But I was like, but I like them as people. You know what I mean? But I was like, I'm allowed to like somebody's band and not like the person, and I'm also allowed to like the people and not like the band.
Okay, here's a few questions that popped up again. Who distributes HH stuff in Europe?
Oh, pretty much everybody. I mean, Iron Bonehead for sure. High Roller Records for sure. I mean, those are the two big ones that take a shitload of our stuff. But we try to trade with everybody because the thing is our kind of thing is Chase said a joke. He's like, I want to be this is years ago. I want to be the Walmart of metal. I want to be fucking Hellmart, meaning anything that comes out, we have it. You know what I mean? It's a one-stop shop. So anyone's doing underground metal, we want to have it in stock. So it's like we trade with everybody. You got a metal release in underground with, respectable. We know the fucking, not the Corn Limp Biscuit and all this other gay shit that people call metal outside of this, but in this realm. Even if it's bands I don't like and stuff, we'll take it all. If it's depressive black metal, I'm not really into depressive black metal, but hey, it's in this scene and some people like it. Stock it all. It's fucking Hellmart, goddammit. When you're at Walmart, you get your fruits, vegetables, you get your cereal, and then hell, you go over to the fucking get your motor oil, get a pair of pants, some socks. You know what I mean? You get your shampoo, you can leave there with fucking everything, right? That's what we want to be for the metal scene. You leave there with fucking everything.
That's why, and people, and I know you get this a lot. People wonder, to me, that kind of explains why you guys have had some, success because of thoughts like that. Hey, we want to fucking be Hellmart is the perfect example of your thought process, your work ethic of why you are where you are now. To me, just that says it all. I mean, you're not like satisfied with where we're at now. You guys continue to like try to grow.
Well, plus, I mean, the thing is too, not only that, because obviously it's smart for business, but even prior to that, we thought it was business. It's kind of like, this is what I like to be around. This is what I like. It's my home. And I understand, like, I don't like Vlad Tepes, but people do. Like, for example, I like Hemorrhage and they might not. I was like, but I like being around extreme metal. Just because it's a certain band I might not like, I like being around that entity and that. So I want it all under the roof. You know what I mean? I kind of want to have it all commemorated under us and people can get it all from us. You know what I mean? This is our scene. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you're not going to like every band. Who the fuck does? Yeah,
no, I know. I don't. I hate most of them. Any more vinyl reissues in the pipeline that you can think of?
Yeah, in the actual pipeline, meaning at press. Yeah, the main one, and I'm pumped for it, is Divine Empire, the album Redemption. There was the two guys from Malevolent Creation that they were on the Malevolent Creation, In Cold Blood and Eternal, and Divine Empire Redemption. That's literally one of my favorite records. I give that a fucking 10. In case you guys haven't seen the Scale video, go watch the Scale video. God damn it, how do you rate a fucking album? And that's a fucking 10.
Yeah, I mean, if you somehow haven't seen any of his videos on his channel, the easiest way to find it, because it's under your name, the channel.
Yeah, dude, you don't know how fucking ridiculous and raw I am, man. The reason it's under my name is two reasons. Number one, I couldn't think of anything else, and number two, it was already under my name when you set up your Gmail account. I couldn't figure out how to fucking change it. I'm like, how do I change this? I was like, fuck this, I'm keeping it as my name. And so, because I thought about changing it to something Hell's Headbangers or J-DAWG. The two reasons I didn't do that was because I was like, you know what? I was like, I don't want to be under the banner of Hell's Headbangers. I'm going to talk about I want to talk about me.
Right.
And yes, Hell's Headbangers is part of me. I was like, but I don't want this to be a like Eric and Chase count me up. Okay, hey dude, you got to advertise this because now it's fake. Now it's staged. I was like, I want it to be. If I want to talk about bodybuilding, I can talk about bodybuilding. If I want to talk about how I had a shitty day, I can talk about having a shitty day. If I want to talk about Hell's Headbangers or releases I bought, I want it to be about me. But yes, a big part of it's going to be Hell's Headbangers because Hell's Headbangers is like 85% of my fucking life every day. So naturally, that's going to be a big part. And the reason I didn't call it J-DAWG is funny thing. I don't even agree, but like I think people think I gave myself that name or whatever. Yeah. Where that name came from, if you notice, like DAWG, it's spelled total ghetto homeboy. It's an inside joke. What that originally came from is, and I'm not going to tell too much into it because I'm an honest guy, but it's kind of like legal shit. So I kind of want to go on it. There was some paperwork shit I had to fill out. And it kind of said for like company or whatever. And I wanted to be a total fucking smartass in case somebody looked it up. I just put J-DAWG Records because whoever would look it up, they'd be like, what the fuck is this? J-DAWG? Because it looks total ghetto, like they're putting out Tupac or something, right? So that way they'd see it like, what the hell? Is this even a real thing? So it was a joke like that. And then literally when Chuck was working for us, he calls everybody dogs. Hey, C-Dog. Hey, you know what I mean? He calls Eric Easy-E. And then he's like, when I come in, what's up, J-DAWG? And then other people that are coming in, like, around, you know, Craig would be there and hear it. And then, you know, like people that stop in and like Tommy Redefining Darkness, he's always down. He always heard like Chuck, just say J-DAWG, whatever. They just started calling me that because they thought, oh, that's what he goes by. I'm like, no, I said it as a joke. And like Chuck just calls because he does that to everybody. And it stuck with it. So then when I went out to Hellcast, Tommy was helping Craig with it. So J-DAWG, and it just stuck. I was like, I guess that's my fucking name. You know what I mean? So that wasn't like something I gave myself or anything like that. I was just like, I was like, I don't know. Most people call me Justin.
But the easiest way to find it, if you haven't fucking subscribed to the channel yet, which you need to, so go just J-DAWG Hells, and that'll take you. That's the easiest.
Oh, does it come up? I didn't even try. Does that come up?
I tried J-DAWG Hells, and all your videos pop up.
Okay,
because I tried J-DAWG. I remember one time, and it was like there's a rapper or something named J-DAWG, I think. So,
because
that's not him.
That's why I did with a joke, and that's why I spelled it DAWG. Because I'm like, this looks good. Because I'm like, if anybody finds this paperwork, they're like, what the fuck? Who's this asshole? You know what I mean? Yeah. So exactly, because he looks like a rapper.
So how many people do you have employed like at Hells?
Well, so what I always ask when people ask that, like, do you count like me, Eric, and Chase as well? Because we own the company, because we all work for the company full time. So would that count?
I would say like total head count.
Okay, so it's the three of us, my wife, Chuck, Dave, two other employees that are like outside. We didn't know them prior. Nathan Burke works outside of the company for us. He does. Like I never see him, but he does reviews and stuff. Yeah. And then another at-home employee. So 10 people total.
I think whenever I was getting everything ready for our album with you guys. I know Nathan was like the guy that got like me all the interviews and like basically like press stuff or whatever. And then there was also the person that did the layout.
Anik. Yeah, she works for us too now. I forgot. Because I've only met Anik once. I met her at MDF years ago before she was working for us. Yeah. Seemed like a cool girl. She does layout. So 11 people. I forgot. Because dude, I never even see her. Like I literally never see her. Same with Nathan Burke. I met him once, and for whatever reason, I have no idea why. And I've said this on my channel too. I sometimes get the vibe. Like I probably honestly I would have got the same vibe for you as well, because you're a thy feeble savior. I figure, this guy's only into blasphemy, archgoat, fucking Beharit, and that's it. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of what I assumed. From Nathan Burke, I kind of assumed that he was one of those Cavalt guys as well. And then he came up here. And he doesn't look anything like that. I'm like, this is Nathan Burke. He came in because there was a party at Chase's house. I met him once. He was like literally one of the coolest guys I ever met. I liked him a lot. I thought he was really cool. He comes up with this. He's got this little tiny fucking, I don't know if it was what kind of dog it was. I don't know if it was one of those Mexican dogs, either the Taco Bell dog or whatever.
Chihuahua.
Tiny dog. He's dressed kind of like a punk rocker, and he likes like most of the shit he likes is shit I like. I'm like, I wasn't expecting this all. I thought you were one of those Cavalt black metal guys. He's like, what? No, not at all. And I don't even know for him. I don't know why I got that vibe. I have no idea why. But that was just what I figured he was. And then you meet him and he's not anything like that.
Yeah, it just varies. A lot of people just always will say that I only listen to like, he's that grindcore guy or whatever. But it's just I've been doing.
About you?
Yeah, because I've been playing like noise and grind bands since You know,
well, it's funny because that's what they say about me.
91.
That's what they say about me. Yeah, Justin she just likes all that brutal fucking gore guns. What? Nope, that's not true whatsoever.
I'm guessing this Ohio death metal, favorite Ohio death metal
bands, records. Shit. I mean, one that's really comes to my mind for sure is one of my all-time favorites is Embalmer. There Was Blood Everywhere. That CD, and we did that on LP. I mean, obviously, I stuff Nunslaughter, Hell's Holy Fire, but does that count as was Don living at Pittsburgh at that time? So does that count as Ohio? But he's lived in Ohio most of his life. But I guess we could throw that in there. I just showed it. I love the Manicore Ritual Cleansing of the Horde demo. From Ohio. I mean, there's a lot of stuff from Ohio I like, but those are the ones that come to my mind first as far as favorites.
One of my favorite newer Ohio bands is Carnegie. That band's great.
They're good, and that's why we did the full length on vinyl. Because I thought the 7-inch, I'm like, oh, it's pretty good, it's cool. But when the full length came out, I was like, this is great.
Oh, and then really good,
that's why we did, because we didn't. I think it was Memento Mori that did the CD, and I didn't hear it, so we got it. I was like, oh, sweet, because I knew I was going to listen to it. It's Paul on it, and Torstore and all those guys, and like I know them and shit like that, and they're local. So it's cool. I'm going to listen to it. And I was like, this is fucking. I was like, this is way better than the 7-inch. This is awesome. And then I think it was either Paul that contacted us, or maybe I even asked him, hey, if you want us to do the LP. We're doing, then that's what we did. Because I thought the album was awesome.
Does Skeletal have anything new in the works with Hells?
Not 100% sure, because Chase usually holds out on me and gets the audios. But a funny thing about Skeletal is that was one of the releases. It happened because of me. Like I remember when I had their EPs and shit before any of their full lengths, I was like, this band's fucking great. There's that 12-inch maxi and stuff, and then that's why I sent it over to Chase. And then Chase, he saw him on Facebook, whatever, contacted him, and they're like, "Fuck you, we'd love to work with Hells." I was like, "Oh, that's funny." So that's.
Go ahead.
No, that's how we got to work with this, because I just owned literally their all their stuff prior to Hells, the stuff, and I was like, "This is fucking great."
It's funny that was brought up, because whenever you guys mailed our LPs to me, there was like 5 extra copies of this, like just the gatefold jacket in the box for whatever reason. I don't know if you guys had extras.
Did we send you a big box?
Well, yeah, it was whenever the Thy Feeble Savior copies were sent to me.
Yeah. So if it's a big, so you probably what'd you get, like 50 records?
I don't remember, man. It was. So
let's say it was 50. Probably was something like that. Big boxes like that, it's nice and heavy, right? I'll use covers at the bottom to protect it, because it basically, a box like that, let's say it's 50 LPs. We have these big hard outer boxes. They're 14 by 14 by 14s that we buy from a company called Uline. Then the production box that we get all our LPs from that box goes inside that. And there's inner boxes that go inside of that the records will go into. So it's triple box. And at the bottom, I always put the general thumb. If it's a gatefold cover, it gets at least 2 covers. If it's a single cover pocket cover, it gets 4 covers for basically extra cushioning at the bottom. So that way, when the dickhead postman fucking drops on the floor, the covers on the records are that far away from the fucking bottom. So
like, what the fuck is this? But now I know.
Yeah. Because we had extras or whatever, because they make great packing material. And hey, it's better than something cardboard. First off, what are you gonna do with a bunch of extra covers? Don't throw them away. Make great packing material, and it looks cooler when you get them. Because if it's a fan of your album, you can always put it on your wall or something.
Yeah. It just happened to be sitting here. You've never been to Texas, right?
Briefly, just very, very recently, I've been to Texas Airport.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You did tell me that.
Yeah. Going to Phoenix, Arizona in 2 weeks though, to visit my sister. Yeah, to visit my sister-in-law. So I'll be there for 5 days. So I've never been to Phoenix, Arizona. So
favorite doom metal band?
Does Black Sabbath count as doom metal?
I mean, Sabbath is they're I blame them for all the shitty fucking stoner bands. I hate that style of music. It's all Black Sabbath riffs over and over and over.
It's funny you say that, because, like, for example, if you count Black Sabbath as doom metal, I guess probably them, especially the 70s material with the classic lineup Ozzy sing. The only album classic album with Ozzy I didn't like was Never Say Die. I guess this track Never Say Die I kind of like. Other than that, I didn't like the album at all. I do like Techno Ecstasy, but it's funny because 99 times out of 100, if I see a label or a sticker, sounds like Black Sabbath, I'm like, oh god. Because I'm not going to like it. Generally, it's never the same. There's a couple exceptions. But I'm drawing a blank off the top of my head. A couple bands I do like that I think sound like Black Sabbath, but not many. And I'm drawing a blank who's that. But I know there is. I know for sure there's 1 or 2. But for the most part, 99 times out of 100, if I see that even now, especially now, I don't even check it out. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm sure. Yeah. So
I got a question, I guess, or a comment. Speedway pizza.
oh, the speedy pizzas, yeah. Fucking that's the Athnar treats. The $5 Speedway pizza. So here's how that story went down. Me and my fucking wife, we go to get we pull over to Speedway. You know what Speedway is, right? You have the gas station?
Well, no, but yeah, I can imagine. We have similar shit, but not
yeah.
Speedway.
So it's a gas station. It's called Speedway. And anyways, they serve these fucking pizzas, $5 for a whole large pizza, which is basically a fucking frozen pizza, and then they just cook it up and give it to you in a box, right? Basically, that's what it is, right?
yeah, shit pizza, yeah.
So, anyways, we're in the parking lot. Me and my wife, we stopped at Speedway, just pulled in. I just think we just ran in to take a piss, to be honest with you. I think we're on our way to somewhere. I get in the car, and there's this fucking behemoth of a fucking woman walking with the Speedway pizza, right? And she's, I guess, her boyfriend or whatever, who was just a normal skinny guy. And this chick she was huge, man. I'm talking 400 plus, easy, right? She's walking, he needs help to get the door open or whatever. And I'm witnessing all this. And I just said to my wife, guarantee that's a fucking snack for the way home. So I just said it for my wife. And she's like, no way, that's a snack for the way home. So I'm just telling you. So she gets help in the door, right? Then she sits down. He hands her the pizza. Yeah. He closed the door. She just starts eating it before he even drives off. And then I told that to Jamie Athnar, and he thought that was the funniest shit ever. He's like, those got to be sucky. So anytime he comes down to the warehouse, which is not regular, but at the same time regularly, multiple times a year, that's for damn sure, he'd stop and get a $5 Speedway pizza. So I got treats for the fucking for the employees, yeah. And then we all had one. Like I had a slice, he had a slice, and even Chuck had a slice. Like, gotta be honest with you, for $5, this is actually better than I thought it was gonna be.
It's like fucking what is that? Little Caesars.
I was like, yeah, it's like it was kind of comparable. I was like, yeah, it's not my preferred pizza by no means. I was like, I since it was $5, I thought it was gonna be a way shittier. I was like, this is actually okay. You know, it's edible. You know what I mean?
So what is Christ Pizza?
Christ Pizza was a place called Valley Pizza. It's funny. You know what's so funny about that, man? Is where the warehouse is. We're out in Valley City, right? In Valley City, obviously you don't know anything. Dude, this city is fucking super small. There used to be a guy that we used to be friends with. He was like, Valley City, like before we were there. So, oh, yeah, Valley City's so small. It's like if you literally drive and you sneeze, you're going to fucking miss it. It's like 2 fucking roads. It's super small. So anyways, Valley Pizza was in Valley City, which is like 4 minutes from the fucking warehouse where it is. In hindsight, didn't know this. But anyways, it was he called himself Puke Bomb Matt, and his name's Matt Jones. He orders from us sometimes to this day. Really cool guy. He owned the pizza shop. He's really in the metal. He's like he might even be a little bit older than you, but still in the metal to this day. And like I said, orders from us sometimes. But at the time, he owned Valley Pizza, and me, Eric Chase, Jim, and Don from Nunslaughter. That would be our meetup spot because we lived at the time. We lived with our parents still. We lived in Medina. And Valley City from Medina, where we lived, was about 25-minute drive from the X. We're at the other end of Medina. Because then people are like, oh, Valley, if anyone that knows, Valley City is super close to Medina. It's less than 25 minutes, not from where we were, about from drive 25 minutes. And then Jim lived in Parma and Don lived in Lakewood. So they're like, oh, that's about 25, 30-minute drives. We'll meet up there at the halfway point. We'll have lunch. We'll discuss layouts and shit. So that's where our meetup was almost definitely a shirt like twice a month, right? We'd meet up on a Saturday. We'd have pizza. Sit there and we discuss any business, future projects, layouts and shit like that, and putting out releases and deals. And I'm almost positive that's where Craig came out once, and where Nunslaughter, where Jim and Don asked him to be a Nunslaughter. Yeah. I think that could be, or maybe they asked him before, and then they wanted to meet up. Hey, bring your brother out too. So like we'll talk about that. But anyways, yeah, we go out there and it was called Valley Pizza, but the joke was because it's a bunch of metal guys, Jim would always call it fucking Christ Pizza. So that was the fucking how that started. Yeah, it was just
Christ Pizza.
Yep.
That's funny. All right, I had somebody send me a question. I guess they were too scared to ask you themselves. They said, I got a Stalag LP from him 5 years ago, and it has a minor hairline scratch on the LP. What's he going to do about it?
He ain't going to do jack shit about it. Statute of limitations, brah. And quite frankly, you won't notice the difference with Stalag anyways. Scratch and no scratch, you won't notice.
Shit. Yeah, man.
Dude, we've had that. Literally, dude, I had that. The worst was, I think it was when Craig was doing the service emails. Yeah, guy said fucking, I think it was like 10 years or whatever. My records warped were like 10 years old order asking about it. I want to exchange. And I got it kind of recently. It was the same thing. It was a guy, he was asking about a release and it was like over 5 years. I'm like, dude, why would you even have the audacity to ask that? Like, you know what I mean? It's 5 years ago. Like, how do I know you didn't drop it? It's just like, that's just fucking retarded. Like, what? That's, you know what I mean?
Has anybody ever walked up to the warehouse complaining about?
No, dude, that's the thing is, dude, everybody in this fucking world is such a goddamn fucking pussy. You know, so obviously you can find out, but it's not just me. I know it's like this is like with probably a lot of celebrities and shit like this too, or maybe not big time celebrities because they may have gotten a little bit of everybody, the crazies, like like big celebrities. But I'm talking about people that are let's say someone like maybe is semi famous like Corpsegrinder, right? And I'm obviously I'm not famous at all, but people know who I am, right? So people like my caliber are anywhere in between there. It seems like, dude, nobody ever says anything to your fucking face. No one's ever come up to me at a show or something. Ever, not once. And hell, we've gotten tons of complaints on shit. We got people bitch. Supposedly I'm a fucking racist, according to things, but none of these motherfuckers say anything in person. And the thing is, dude, I'm at every show. I was just at Overkill 2 weeks ago. I'm at everything that's still there. So you can't be like, oh, J-DAWG don't go to shows no more. Bullshit. I'm at everything. So yeah, if you're there, come up and say it to me. Come say it to my and dude, not to sound like Mr. Tough Guy or anything, but trust me, they're not going to come up and say shit to me in my face. They're just flat out not. Yeah, they're not going to play Mr. Tough. They show me a tough guy, I'll show them a tougher guy.
Yeah, they're so I know I asked you this. I asked you this on the six questions, but about some of the fucking annoying customers, what like some pet peeves. You started to tell me something. He's like, "Oh fuck, I forgot," and I'm trying to remember what it was, but I don't know if you're going to be able to remember either. But
I know I told you about the. Which one did I tell you?
You told me about the tracking guys.
Oh, because they think we own basically USPS. That's how they act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like, what my tracking says this. Well, I'm like, well, dude, you have the same tracking number I do. Yeah, I don't fucking know. And like, how do you not know this? You ever ship the package? Is the other way around? But you know, it's funny you bring that up because like a lot of things slip my mind. The fucking 8-year-old guy, the 5-year-old guy, that's a million times worse. Like just on a level of, but that's extremely rare that happens. That like, hey, my record's 8 years old. It's just got a bent corner. Like, can you do something about it? Like, what? You dropped it 8 years ago. That's just sheer. I just can't believe the audacity and stupidity behind that. Like, that's just like I can't even believe you'd ask that. Like, but we've had similar shit, dude, that you would have believed, but not on a regular basis to where you're like, you start to wonder some of the people that order, I mean, just, the one-offs to where like, dude, what the fuck? How dumb do you have to fucking be to like, even like think this, you know what I mean? But honestly, I think probably every business gets that to some degree, or hell, if you sold on eBay or something, but probably gotten something where like just outlandishly fucking dumb, where you're like, dude, you can't even make this up.
That's why I don't sell shit to like people that I don't know or don't know me, because I don't want to put up with, hey, can you send me like 47 photos of like what the record looks like? And man, fuck you. I'm not going to do all that.
Oh, dude, people do that too. Yeah, can you measure this? Armpit on man. And then dude, the thing is like, dude, what happened to like back in the fucking day, dude? There was fucking medium, large, XL.
Exactly.
If you didn't fucking fit, if you didn't like, let's say you were a fucking size small and the medium was the smallest thing, you went to fucking Golden Corral and bulked up. If you fucking were double XL and you had an XL, you just fucking put it around your knees and stretched it out to fit you. What's these guys fucking going to Macy's and need like exact, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They get fitted. You don't get fitted for a fucking Black Witchery shirt.
Yeah, dude, those questions we get all the time. You would literally think they're buying a fucking tux suit for their own wedding. I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. You're buying a nothing else shirt. Like, you don't know your own size. Like, and the thing is, we have all the sizes. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I like my own size too, and that it fits. But I'm like, dude, you should know what size you were. If you wear a size large, you buy a large. It's just that simple. Like, what the fuck problem?
Back in when I was 15 or 16 or whatever, I ordered a Terrorizer World Downfall long sleeve directly from Earache Records, and all they had was an XL. And back then I was a fucking scrawny fucking kid, 115 pounds, soaking wet or whatever. All they had was XL, so I fucking bought it anyway because I wanted the fucking shirt. and the fucking thing, you know, it fit me like a gown, but I still fucking wore it all the time.
That's why I don't have. That's why I like this spoiled ass, pansy ass, pussy ass society of today. Of these kids of today, so rotten and spoiled. If you pay attention, a lot of the meet and greet photos I see, I don't know if you can tell it on camera. Look at the shirt I'm wearing, dude. They're usually huge, and most of them are XLs. And when I was back then, dude, first of all, dude, I graduated high school at 125 pounds, so I was like a literally thin guy. But the reason I had XLs because that's usually all they had. So I bought it. And that's what I wore. I had tons of my shirts were XLs, and they wouldn't even fit me. So, but yeah, I thought nothing of it. Yep, that's what they got. You just put it on. Yeah, it swims on you. What's the problem? You'll grow into it. That way I'll have it when I'm 40.
I was the only one in town with the fucking Terrorizer shirt. That's all I fucking knew. So.
Right.
I don't give a fuck how
these
guys,
big. But these guys, man, literally being fitted for a tux.
I just bought this record from Nuclear Blast and it sucks. Fix it.
Which record did he buy?
HHB Postal Service.
Dude, right. They act like, dude, that's what I said. I tell everybody, I was like, they act like we have fucking our HHB private jet, like the fucking logo on the thing. Like, dude, some of the notes they leave, like, yeah, make sure to leave this on my back porch and ring the bell. Like, the fuck, dude, I'm not delivering this.
I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna find a photo of a fucking jet, put the Hell's Headbangers logo on there.
Dude, I'm telling you, some of these guys, for example, you know what they do too, especially with Bandcamp and shit like that. They'll literally send contacts for. I'm not even joking. They've done this for Satanic Warmaster, for example. Done it for Black Witchery, all types of bands. Yeah, have Impure Wrath sign this for me. I'm like, he lives fucking 2 days away from me. What are you talking about? I've never even met the guy in my life. You know what I mean? Like they think just because we deal with them or whatever, or they send them label that they're just hanging out. Like they think they're hanging out. Like they think because so black people say they're on the fucking label. I'm just gonna have Francisco sign it. Hey, Fran, just pull on over, pull out a signature. Like you're sitting right.
Everybody's hanging out at the warehouse.
Dude, I'm not even joking. Dude, I've gotten that at least a dozen times. I'm like, what do you think? They're just all hanging out up here? Like, I was like, a lot of these guys I've never even met in my entire life.
Never will.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's what I'm saying. Like some of the shit, I don't want to shit where you eat type stuff, but some of the stuff that some of these guys say, I'm just fucking mind blown.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
My buddy Ralph, he has a label called Haunted Hotel Records.
Yeah, I know Ralph.
And so anyway, he's got a Facebook like group about fucking stupid ass Discog users that'll fucking just complain about it. It's fucking hilarious, man. Some of the outlandish shit that they complain about, and it's fucking amazing. I get a kick out of talking about that because I know.
Oh, dude, if I know
from experience that.
Dude, I wish I remembered every story because there's no way I did it between when Craig did service emails, when Chase did service emails, and when I took over. Yeah, exactly. Can you get Dead to sign my Mayhem bootleg? That's what I'm saying. Dude, that's shit like that. I'm like, yeah, they may as well ask crap like that. Exactly. You may as well.
Oh, hey, Jonas sent me that. Remember earlier he talked about getting a package and there was a shampoo bottle or whatever in it?
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
He sent me the fucking photo. There it is. That's how it arrived.
What's that? I don't understand why they would do that though. Like, are they just being a smartass?
I don't know. What is that? Was that sent to you or from Hell's, or did you send it to Hell's?
What those? Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I can't. It gets kind of blurry. Oh, that's his stuff, I guess.
I was gonna say because I don't recognize those cassettes. Like, was it Nocturnal Damnation? We didn't put that out. I know, but so it must have been stuff that he was sending to us. But yeah, why there'd be a shampoo bottle?
Oh, it arrived at your fucking warehouse like that.
Oh, maybe our receiving took a picture of it. Our receiving girl Taylor. Yeah, she probably. I'm surprised she didn't tell me, but yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Carl nails it. He goes, if he was 9, he might think that all the bands hang out at fucking Hell's Headbangers ready to sign all the LPs and shit. You know?
That's what I want. That's what I'm saying. Some of the questions they ask like that, I wonder, I'm like, is this a bunch of fucking 8, 9, 10-year-olds? Like I don't get it. Like, because don't get me wrong, I was really young getting this too. Like, 13, 14, 15. I was like, but that age, don't get me wrong. Yes, I was young and dumb like anyone that age. I was like, but I wasn't this fucking dumb. Like for something, you know what I mean? Like I just wasn't that oblivious to what's. At least I'm pretty sure I wasn't. You know what I mean? Like I think I had some type of common sense.
You weren't I use this fucking audio, this little video thing. You weren't those. I got to give these people one of these.
You dumb fuck.
Yep, that's it. Harry Lloyd, dude.
Or this one right here.
Poser alert. So those are on a bunch of your videos?
Well, usually when I do the shows, like with my friends like Fraser, we'll do like where we just talk about whatever sometimes, and I just always fuck with everybody. And anytime somebody doesn't know anything or whatever, I'll pop up like the poser alert.
Oh yeah.
Just fucking talking shit or calling them dumb fucks. And
it's funny you say that because I do that to myself sometimes because I know some tough guy Cavalt guys thinking that. Like when I'm doing some of my video stuff and I can't think of a title off the fly. I know I forget. I know you guys are just thinking, what a fucking poser. I know there's a guy out there thinking. I was like, dude, I'm drawing a blank. Like sometimes I'll say a name or something. Like, for example, like I was talking about Brett Hoffman from Love and Creation the other day. I couldn't think of his last name off the top of my head. I'm like, Brett Hoffman. I was like, Hoffman, that can't be right. That's the Hoffman brothers. You know what I mean? From DSI. I know it. You know what I mean? I guess just whenever you're in a room talking by yourself and just off the hook, I was like, for whatever reason, my mind goes blank a lot of times. Or I'm thinking of an album that I know real well. It's like the second album. I was like, what's the name of it again? Like, I can't even think of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much information.
2 minutes later, I'm like, oh, fuck. I mean, fucking dumbass. Yeah, I look like a total poser.
Yeah, we're not computers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information it's like shut up. I've forgotten more fucking shit than you know, motherfucker.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I said. That's the guy made that sticker for me.
Oh, really?
Oh, you don't know that story? I forgot more metal than you know?
No, I used to say.
Oh, you don't know? So you don't know that line?
I know. I mean, that's something I've heard. Like,
no, but dude. So I said. So anyways, long here. Oh, so I guess you don't know the full story then. I said on one of the Hellcasts, it was with Craig. I was like, yeah, I was talking about. I was telling some story. Actually, what happened? The way the story went down, it was at a Cannibal Corpse show, and it was me, Eric, and Chase Vendy. We got to sell at Cannibal Corpse. I'm like, fuck yeah! It was Cannibal Corpse, Immolation, Napalm Death, and I'm like, so I got it for free and got the Vend. So I was like, fuck yeah! I get to see 3 bands I love. Front row stage because I'm off to I got a state, seats to sell, and I'm gonna make money. Got in for free, see bands I love, and make money because we're vending, right? And there was a girl off to the side or whatever, and she kind of said like something like I don't know because I guess I have short hair, which I used to have long hair, as you can see in the photos. Is that J-DAWG? With an X on his hand? And she made a comment like I was talking about metal. I think I was talking to Lou from Manicore because I remember the Void Meditation Cult LP just came in, and he bought like the first copy. And Void Meditation Cult was Dave from Manicore, did a side project. Dave like Manicore. Yeah, he was like, oh, he's like the Void. What's that?
I said I like that album.
Yeah, so Lou was buying it, and I was talking to him about something, and I was talking about metal, this and that, and I forgot about this. And anyways, this random girl who I've never seen before in my life, that tells you everything you need to know. I'm at every show. Where were you at, brah? You know what I mean? And she's just like, you don't even look like you like metal that much. I'm like, shit, I've forgotten more metal than you know. and Eric and Chase were just laughing their asses off. And anyways, I told that's the story I told. I told that story on Hellcast, and Craig's laughing or whatever. Craig was laughing, and literally, I guess somebody thought it was so funny. The guy printed up stickers and sent them as a gift pack. And I have one on my bumper sticker now. It has 2 inverted crosses. It says, I've forgotten more metal than you know.
Well, I used to say that like at work, like we'd get like younger guys that would fucking know it all. It's like, dude, I've forgotten more about this job than you fucking know. So shut the fuck up, Well,
the thing is, because when I say it too, I'm dead serious because like, dude, I own a ton of 7-inches and shit that I haven't listened to in years. So I'm like, I remember liking it, but I forget what it sounds like. Or people like, hey, J-DAWG, what do you think of this band? Like for example, you brought the band Ruin or whatever, talk about it. I know I listened at the shop. I remember thinking, it was solid metal, but I don't remember what it sounds like. You know what I mean? There's so many of those because I hear it in the shop or I've listened to once that I'm like, good solid metal stuff. But I was like, I literally don't remember what it sounds like. And if I added all those together, and when you meet those Panini's douches I told you about, I was like, dude, I'm telling you for a 100% fact, not to be some elitist, I have definitely forgotten more true metal than you will ever know, have ever known in 10 fucking lifetimes.
Shit. Oh yeah, this is funny about that fucking
clean up your act.
Clean up your act. That's what Customs was trying to tell you. Clean up your act.
Did you know that line too? Do you know that Sylvester Stallone movie Cobra?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Do you remember? That's what that clean up your act. We talked about that on Hellcast once too, and I don't know how many people got it. Remember when he goes up to the guy, he was a shirt, and he's like, "Clean up your act." Takes his shirt, just ripped his shirt off. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you remember that part?
Man, I haven't watched Cobra.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious. Because so I was making sure I was like, dude, I want to totally do that to one of those fucking Panini's fucking posers or whatever. Let's say they're wearing an Immolation shirt or something. You know that you don't like that band. Tear their shirt off.
Shit. Oh man. Yeah. So But yeah, man. Let me see. All right, so we'll start wrapping it up. We've been on here quite a while already.
It says 2 hours. Fuck.
Yeah, it went by pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah, it did.
Cobra. Oh yeah, his name was Cobretti, right?
Cobretti, yeah. Dude, all those fucking Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, like I know those, like because that's what I grew up on, man. Like I've seen those movies, dude. I know all the lines, everything. It's like, yeah, I mean, I've literally seen those movies tons of times, and I have them on DVD to this day. You know
all right, I mean? So I have a buddy. I told him he gets one question and one question only.
Why is he one of those questions? Was he one of the question kings? He asked too many.
Well, yeah, but because no, I just he's in England. He lives here. He does the show with me sometimes.
Oh, okay.
He lives here, and he's actually in England right now because he went over there for with family or whatever. Yeah. But he's still up, and I said you get one fucking question, dude. So you better not fucking like fumble and stumble and fucking stutter and any of that shit. Because if you do, I'll fucking cut your ass right off. I don't care.
Right.
But it's my buddy Fraser because you did a video where Carl had asked something about Juggalo posers, like what's the biggest poser or something like that. And at the end, he said it was like Juggalos, like cult black metal guys, or Fraser. And you're like, who the fuck is Fraser or something like that?
It's funny. I literally remember that. And the thing is, I didn't pick up on that until I saw your videos and stuff with them, and I saw he was commenting on my videos. I'm like, oh, I was like, they're busting his balls. Were they true enemies, or were they just busting his balls?
No, dude, no. It's an ongoing fucking thing. But he's a diehard, been into metal. Fucking, he's older than me. He's a good dude. But yeah, we always just fuck with each other. So, who the fuck is Fraser? This is Fraser.
What's up?
Man?
All right, you got one question. No time for
I know.
salutations or none of that bullshit.
He's got look at all the technology over here, man. He's got the fucking. He can fight 3 people down. I couldn't do this shit if you held a gun to my head.
I can put 10 people. I could put 10 people up if I wanted, but I'm not going to do that. Fuck all that. All right, Fraser. I already know what questions he's going to ask you because he's got the same questions all the time. But go ahead, ask your question. Ask your question.
Why you don't get your brothers on your channel? I asked you in a comment. I was the first person you comment of your question a long time ago. You did a question. I was the first one.
So the thing is I wouldn't be against it, but I'd have to do it like where somebody would record it with a camera, because I'm not going to like snuggle up with another man, 2 other men on the side of me in front of my laptop for obvious reasons. It would just look fucking weird. Yeah, exactly. Sausage fest and just, cuddling up in a fucking office room with 3 guys, kind of fucking not my thing. And honestly, I don't know if they would want to do it because Chase is just kind of like probably like, I don't know. Chase is Chase. Like he's like, I don't know how to explain it. He'd probably be like, I don't know, camera shy or just, I don't know, that's stupid. What am I going to talk about? And then Eric would probably do it, but he kind of would, he'd probably over prep for it, where he just overcomplicate, where I'm just like, dude, just hit play at whatever the fuck we say, where he's going to be like, well, let's, you know what I mean? He'd almost want to have it all perfected. And where's the angles? Because he's a kind of a camera guy too, because he does a lot of our photography and shit. Yeah. And I just think we would, long story short is we've been doing this business for each other because we started together, right? Mm-hmm. And so we lived together all our lives. Like they're both a little bit older than me. Like we're all like Chase is like 1 year older than me, and then Eric's like 1 year older than them. So I moved out of the house at 20 years old. It was with them too. Me, Eric, and Chase bought our first house together. And the reason we did, because my parents were basically like, you got to get the fuck out of here. This is ridiculous. This merchandise is everywhere. It's literally in our kitchen. This is stupid. So anyways, we found a house. We bought it together to live there. The 3 of us lived there and then run the business out of it. So from age 20 to 24, I was living with them still 10. And then I bought my house on my own. So basically the first 24 years of my life, I was dealing with them. They were dealing with me. It's kind of like that relationship to where it's like, look, I don't want to be around that guy any more than I have to, because it's like I have my quirks, they have their quirks, they have their pros, they have vice versa, and we get on each other's nerves because my strong points are kind of their weak points, my weak points are kind of their strong points. And I think that's kind of what helped the company work too, because the shit that I'm a total dumbass with, they're good with, and the shit that I think they're like either don't want to do or dumbass with, I'm good at. So we kind of like filled in each other's gaps. But like for example, last time we were really around each other a lot would have been Maryland Death Fest. The last time we vended together, the 3 of us drove up together. And dude, yeah, by day 2, all the 3 of us were ready to strangle each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, Fraser. I forgot to do your entrance music, so I'll do it as your exit music. So.
Oh damn! Well, I got one.
You got the king fucking hat up for England.
Later,
man. All
right, there you go.
So what is it? So where does he live initially? Like you said, he's over in England. Like where does he?
He's in Houston. He's from right here.
But he's from United Kingdom.
No, he's got family over there.
Okay.
Like I think his mom is English. But yeah, he grew up here.
But shit, if he's like his mom's got to be really old then. If you said he's even older than you.
Yeah, he's 53, I think.
So his fucking mom's gonna be pushing 80.
Yeah, but that was a good question, Fraser. I'm surprised.
You didn't know what he was gonna ask?
I had no fucking idea, but
I will say, I think it was he that, I'm almost positive he did ask that in the comments, and maybe I did a video already, or maybe I didn't post it, or I did. So it'd be funny. Maybe it's tomorrow's video going up. It's on there. But I think somebody else asked it too, and I kind of gave the same answer. That I gave a more elaborate answer just right here. Yeah. But another thing is too, I did say this for anybody to check out, which I haven't get a chance to watch myself yet. I was like, if you want that, I was like, the closest thing you could get to that, I was like, go out and buy the Midnight Satanic Royalty double CD DVD that just came out like a couple weeks ago on Metal Blade Records, because on the bonus DVD there's an interview on the disc at the Hell's Headbangers warehouse. It's me, Eric, and Chase with Jamie and also Don and the Dead and Nunslaughter, and the three of us were all standing in the same room and talking about memories of like Satanic Royalty when it came in, and how we decided to put it out, et cetera, et cetera. And so now I know Craig's the one that edited it, and knowing Craig, I'm sure he butchered the fucking thing down, like, because he's an edit Nazi where he hacks. I'm like, oh man, I would have just kept on talking, just get rid of the ums maybe. But we talked for a good 30 minutes. Now what's left in the DVD, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But I mean, it's literally us just to stand there talking. So you would get that, the three of us. It is the three of us, and
So I told him I'll get since you're in fucking England right now, I'll give you a chance to ask one fucking question. But yeah, Fraser's he's old school as it comes, man.
Yeah. So his favorite band probably is Black Sabbath or something like that, right? Saxon, something like that.
He hates Ozzy Osbourne, but he likes.
He doesn't like
Ozzy Sabbath. He likes Dio and all that other shit.
That's weird because he's a
weird guy. Yeah, he's a weird guy, man.
Yeah. I mean, I just figured even by default, like he would like for example, if some 25-year-old kid told me that I like Dio Sabbath, but I don't like Ozzy Sabbath, but okay, what?
He does.
I mean, like,
he does not like it.
He was there when it happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, he does not like it. He says his voice is like, I can't stand his voice. Okay.
It's funny. I disagree, but I can see where he's coming from, and I can kind of agree because what?
Yeah, me too.
Because the thing is like I love Ozzy's voice. I always did. Like I told you the first thing, you were probably laughing your ass off when I told you the story about Black Sabbath at the very beginning. Then, huh?
Yeah.
Because that's opposite.
Yeah, somebody called him out in the chat. There's like, oh shit, Fraser's fucking pissed now.
But the reason I understand that is because I said the exact same thing all my life about Van Halen, man. I can't stand Van Halen because the vocals. I think they literally for me are nails on a chalkboard. I can't. So I'm like, but I know people I love them, like Athnar. He loves Van Halen. He's like, what do you mean? Any Van Halen's fucking like riffs and shit. That's where I learned to play guitar. I was like, it's not that. I was like, just the vocally, I could not. I like it makes me like car sick almost. I was like, I can't stand it. So like, there's a sound for everybody. So when he says that, that's basically what he's saying about Ozzy. I'm like, I disagree, but I can understand because I've always thought. And I guess what is it? Just the the David Lee Roth vocals? I'm assuming. What is all the popular shit? Is that all the David Lee Roth stuff that for Van Halen sings on?
Van Halen, yeah. But I mean, I like old Van Halen stuff. Like now I'm drawing a blank.
Who's the other singer?
So I'm a fucking poser.
Yeah. Who's the other singer?
Oh, Sammy Hagar came after him.
Okay, but like Running with the Devil, that's
you kind of your audio kind of went out. Say that again.
Like Running with the Devil and shit. That's Lee Roth.
Oh yeah,
right?
that's David Lee Roth. Yeah.
Okay,
that's
so like I said, I can't stand. Yeah, I literally can't stand the fucking vocals. I just can't. So when he says that about Ozzy, that's literally the first thing I was like, oh, it's kind of like his Van Halen for me.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, but that I like some of that.
No, I can see it, especially guys. That's what I'm saying. I like when I bring it up on my thing, like hard rock and shit like that. I was like, especially guys in their 40s and 50s and 60s. I was like, yeah, I would expect them to like that. Of course they do. They grew up on that. I would too.
Yeah, that's all that was around, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly. It's like, that's what you knew. That was the heavy shit. That's what you got into. I was like, when I was hearing music, it was already in the 90s. You know what I mean? Fucking. So I was like, I kind of cut. If somebody who's getting into metal now, let's say it's an 18-year-old kid and he's just getting into it. He's getting into real shit. Let's say he's hearing Necrovore for the first time. And let's say he gets into more death metal and black metal and shit like that. But let's just say 2-3 years down the road, he's now 23 or so, and he's hearing Venom for the first time. If he kind of says, I don't like it, I don't know, this ain't black metal, I'd kind of see where he's coming from. I like it, but I was like, him being this new, I was like, I get why he doesn't like it. I'm not going to be like, what a fucking homo. You know what I mean? I'm like, I understand.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's all, you know, when you first hear something, when you grow up, and all that shit. Because I don't even want to get into it. There's so much shit that people love that I don't give a shit about. They're like, what? I was like, dude, it's just my ears don't. It doesn't do shit for me. So what do you? Want?
There's plenty of that for me. Yeah.
Hold on. Not like Venom. I gotta do it.
Poser alert. In general, yes, that'd be my saying now. But it's one I'd agree. I'm saying, like I said, if it's a young buck, especially if he's already listening to, like, let's say he's listening to current black metal, like the earliest thing he knows is Mayhem, and then I don't know who the pop, what is it, Watain, or who the popular black metal matter was, Watain or whatever. And that's all all he knows. And if someone tells him the first black metal band ever is Venom, he hands it that. And if he's disappointed, I'd be like, I can understand where he's coming from. What I would do personally, I'm like, look, son, this is where metal started. This is real metal. I would give it a few listens and let it try to grow on you, because don't just chuck this in the pile like, another black metal band, another metal band. Like, some bands get primo treatment, and this one gets more than one. You don't just give Venom one listen like, you know what I mean? Give it a few listens.
Welcome to Hell was the first kind of extreme metal release, you know? Yeah,
I mean, I love those records. I mean, I
grew up on that shit. It's fucking.
What year for you personally, then, what year did you first hear, like, for example, whichever Venom you heard first, what year did you first hear?
I had a friend, still have a friend. We growing up in this small town with like 10,000 people, you know, there wasn't very many people into it, but I met this guy named Ray, who I'm still friends with, and he was into more extreme bands at one point than I was, so I heard a lot of stuff from him, like Venom. I think we were probably middle school, maybe 87 or something, 88. I don't know.
And then when you heard it, when you first heard it, what did you think?
Venom, I liked. I really liked Venom a lot from the get-go, because it was just so fucking, like, just out there, and the whole.
Well, like, as a kid like that, even like the lyrics and shit just being overtly satanic, especially like black metal and stuff. Did that, like, as a kid, scare you, or were you worried, or like?
Well, actually, you know what did scare me as a fucking kid, and I heard it from my buddy Ray. I remember going to his house. This was probably like 80. It was about 87. We were in middle school, and he was playing Hell Awaits, and the intro was coming on. I was like, holy fuck.
I've heard somebody else say that too. I can't remember who, but I have heard somebody else say that. Like, when I heard that in 85, I was actually scared.
Yeah. I had my buddy Charles actually got that album for Christmas in that year, whenever it came out. And he's like, that thing scared the shit out of me too. I'm like, yeah, dude, that shit was like, you know, it was just fucking, it was scary. You know, it was.
Well, it's funny because Kanye said this. Jim Kanye told me that when he bought Merciful Fate, Don't Break the Oath in '84. He said that scared him. He's like,
that intro.
Shit. Yeah. He's like, well, just the overtly satanic, because his parents were very Christian and shit. He's like, I definitely found. He's like, reading the lyrics, and I definitely found it scary, for sure.
There was like I said, there was nothing like it at the time. It was like, you know. Nowadays, you know, everybody's just so desensitized that there's so much shit out there. Like, they don't, you know, it doesn't. It's like, what, you were scared of that? Like, you have no idea. You didn't hear anything like that anywhere.
Oh, because especially when you look back, dude. I remember when I first saw some of the Nightmare on Elm Streets when I was like, dude, I saw this shit very, very young. We like to say, I had older brothers. I think I was like 4 or 5, literally 4 or 5 years old when I saw the Nightmare on Elm Streets, and I remember being scared, but I liked it in a good way. And then when I went back and watched them as a teenager or 20 years old, like, years and years, I'm like, what? This is impossible for anyone to be scared of. Like, how the fuck is that even physically possible?
I watched Exorcist when I was 8 years old. scared the fuck out of me. That's the only movie that ever really scared the shit out of me.
I could see that, especially because I could see that though, because honestly, I'm pretty sure there's grown adults that would be scared of that in a sense, especially with just how demonic it was and with the little girl.
Yeah, and like if you have like a Christian upbringing, you're like,
that's what I mean. Those people, even an adult of that person, not somebody in the metal scene, but I wouldn't put it past them. I could see some huge Christian of today, which, say they're even 20 years old, like say they weren't exposed to that whatsoever, finally got their fucking head out the door, to see the real world, and they saw that for the first time. I can even see it. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh my goodness, the devil and
there was a lot of shit, man. Everybody thought we were fucking devil worshippers and this and that, and it's like it's just different fucking times. It wasn't all over the fucking computer screen or whatever,
Yeah.
You had to actually put some work to find it. And
right. Yes. Yeah.
I made a post today that didn't go. I don't think anybody got it, but just being a smart ass, being that old guy. People, oh, you're just an old guy yelling at old guy yelling at a cloud or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, whenever I ask a 20-year-old something like expert, those 20-year-old fucking internet experts that know everything about every band already. Yeah. I said, I'll ask them, hey, let me see a copy of your favorite like demo of all time or whatever. And I put a screenshot of like a YouTube like Rochevor's demo on YouTube. Yep. And I'm like, it seemed pretty fucking obvious what I was going for, but it fucking went over everybody's fucking
It's
head.
funny you say it, dude, because I don't know if you, and I understand because when you're not in the thing, if you ever listen closely, but you'd have to watch every episode and pay attention. If you watch a lot of Hellcasts or even videos I do now, there's a lot of inside jokes, references, or jabs at people I know or jabs at things I know that I guarantee go over everybody's head. It's funny because once or twice somebody has put in the comments where they did get it, and I was like, oh wow! I was like, I wonder how many people got.
Well, yeah, this was something rather.
Because but when they do, I find it fucking hilarious because it's kind of like almost like a hidden track in a sense. I kind of like doing that. I was like, let's see if anybody picks up on what I'm even saying.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. It's this whole thing is fucking weird, man. Being like, people. I may have met like 2 or 3 people that are in the chat, and it's just weird. Like, you have like this crowd of people that doesn't fucking know you or will never know you, and it's just like they end up like, I don't know. This whole thing still kind of weirds me out.
I get it to an extent though, because I kind of been there in a different world in a sense, where I was on the other end relating to people I never met, and then when I finally met a person, I think the reason is because you got to remember this is a niche thing still. And like in the end, all in all, when we close out this video and you go back to your normal day, you're going to go to bed, you're going to wake up, you're going to wake up to a job you probably hate, and you're around people that you probably don't like that aren't into this stuff whatsoever. So it's kind of your getaway to like, wow, these are the like-minded. There's other like-minded people like me out there, and this is how they relate to them because they don't get to do it on the other days. They get to go see their boss Bobby, who's asking about their weekend, but really they just think he's a jerk. And that's who they have to communicate with because that's just what you have to do to survive. And they don't get to have their outlet of the stuff that they really want to be around. And this is their outlet because we all exist, but we're so far apart.
Yeah, it's cool. That's why I like this platform because you can have the chat and, have people like in real time, like, interact and all that. That's why I like this. Not saying I don't like it or anything like that. It's just the whole thing is just strange to me that for one, people really like actually give their time and fucking sit here and listen to me and you fucking talk. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I said, dude. That's why I was pausing though, even though I said multiple people said you got a channel. I'm like, because even like Craig's like, yeah, why don't you start your own channel? Whatever. I'm like, dude, I can't imagine who the fuck wants to just sit there and listen to me talk. I was like, I just don't get like why? Why would they? He's like, but they do. I was like, maybe they just like to show the interaction between those. I mean, if it's just me, I was like, who the fuck's gonna want to watch that? Say, I would just try it, man. I was like, all right, I guess, but yeah, I'm just kind of blow up. I mean, I think it's cool, and I like it. No, but I'm just kind of doing it. Yeah, I'm just surprised by it.
Yeah, that's how I get it. So I mean, I appreciate everybody that hangs out and fucking like is a part of it, and because I don't have a fucking list of fucking questions. Hey, None of that shit. It's just all I want.
Dude, you laugh your ass up, dude. You laugh your ass up. You saw my preparation. It's just like, oh, it's a Saturday. Okay, I'm short a few videos. Got to get 3 or 4 done. I pull out my phone. What do these guys want to talk about? Hit record. Here we go. That's how I do it.
When I first started doing this, I had like fucking notes on my phone because I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna sit there and just be like, that's what I thought too. For my first couple of videos, my very first one, I did hit record and end like maybe twice because I literally hit. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? And then I was like, let me just think of the first few words to say. And then once I got, I was like, I'll just start talking. I could get it. And then that's what I do. It's like once I kind of start talking, I can just keep going. Yeah, like me, I talk in front of a lot of people, like for a living or whatever. I'm used to talking to people, but it wasn't hard. It was just the whole like, does anybody really give a fuck?
Yeah.
So, but haven't been doing this almost pretty much a year now. It's I've met people on here that I would have never met otherwise.
Well, pretty much would have. I mean, I wouldn't say never. There's a good chance I maybe still would have met you because you at least dealt with Hells and the band. But I remember like, I mean, obviously knowing. I just knew the name Francisco with Die Feeble Savior because Chuck would talk about you sometimes. Yeah, like, oh, okay. But dude, when you emailed me to do an interview, I didn't even realize it was you. Like I said, when you told me, I just thought it was another YouTube channel. Like I don't know. Like I was like, because I just didn't put two together. Like, so I was like,
I don't like ever mention like, I don't know. Hey, I'm so and so from this and that or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I hate doing that too. Like my wife sometimes like, why don't you tell me from Hell's Headbangers? Well, I was like, I fucking can't stand that shit. Like for example, when I go hound Glenn Benton down in fucking August because they're playing Cleveland in August, I heard the whole Legion. I'm not gonna introduce myself. Like what the fuck does he care? You know what I mean?
Yeah. He'd be like, okay. It's like the whole thing that whenever there's a new band that pops up and featuring ex-members of this, it's like, man, fuck all that. I don't. That's a cheap fucking selling point for a band.
Yeah.
To do that. So no, dude, I don't care if you were in, make it on your own with this name. Don't fucking use like,
Well, especially if you weren't like on anything that of note where like guys will do it and they just play live with the band. I'm like, it's one thing if like if Chris Barnes starts a new band, he's like, singer of Cannibal Corpse. Okay, I get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I understand it from a label's perspective, but a band that is like just promoting. It's like, this has members of so and so and so and so, and I'm like, I don't really care. Or like those bands are like, yeah, we've shared the stage with like fucking, this.
Especially sharing the stage. That don't mean sharing the stage. Don't mean a goddamn thing.
Fuck, dude. That band doesn't give a shit about you. They don't know who you were. They don't remember you. They don't know. No. They're not on their fucking social media. Oh yeah, I remember we played in fucking Houston with this fucking local band. And
oh yeah, I 100% agree. Yeah, no way they know. Yeah.
Yeah. John Lincoln, he's from your area. He's I think he says he's from the Cleveland area.
Yeah, I don't recognize the name. Does he comment on my video? Like not the name, at least comment on my videos.
I think because I've sent several people like that way, and I think he might have been one of them. But yeah, he's one of the older dudes.
It's funny, man, because like the older dudes, like I've said it.
He's from Parma. He's from Parma,
Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's from. Oh, I should probably know him then.
Yeah, he's in I think the band he's currently in is called Fester or something like that.
I mean, there's obviously a bunch of bands.
Like,
is it a brand new band?
I think so.
I
think he told me he used to work with the guy that ran Seraphic Decay way back when.
Oh well, shit. That was
Yeah. He's an older guy.
I mean, if he's going to go on to shows this whole time, I had to have met him or at least seen him at one point.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Parma's a 20-minute drive for me, and if he's in Parma, he's going to all the Cleveland shows and shit, which all the shows I'm going to. So, theoretically, he's got to have at least seen me. And keep in mind, like Parma, that's where like Jim Connie lived. That's where guys like Dwayne Morris live, Chris Dora, Jim Lapucci. All these guys have been in the LC for fucking ever. That's where they all live in Parma.
Hey, thank you, Patrick. Have you noticed I haven't seen one time and all that shit? So I'm glad you joined up, dude. Appreciate it. And if you didn't know, this is J-DAWG, which
I recognize his name looked familiar.
Patrick Fratantonio.
Yeah. So I think he might.
Yeah, that guy says he lives a few streets down from Dora and Dwayne.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have met. So anyhow, all right, man. Well, this has been fucking cool.
I wonder how people are going to react. But what how people are going to react sort of to your other ones that you did like this? They're going to like it less. You know what I mean?
No, it'll be cool. It'll be cool. Oh, you know what? I don't know if you're aware of, because you say you're not really on like online and do any of that shit, but that one of those fucking shitty ass, like, I don't know if it was Metal Sucks or Blabbermouth or one of those type of fucking, I couldn't tell you which one, but I kind of saw it. They actually made a story about your video about your brother.
What? They made a video about my video?
No, they made a story, like it was one of their articles was the video about
good story or bad story?
The one about your brother.
Yeah, but their story, was it a good story or bad story?
It was information. It was like, hey, Hell's Headbangers guy. I need to find the link and send it to you. And
dude, that shit is so fucking ridiculous that it's not even funny.
Well, yeah, but I just thought I was like, why are you even?
Dude, it's so like anybody, because it's funny, because anyone that doesn't understand that situation, that believes her, is number one, you're a fucking idiot. I don't know how you get by in life, because like, who hasn't had it, or at least known somebody with a crazy ex-girlfriend? Like, anyone could say anything. Like, literally, dude, she has no proof of nothing, and she's like, if you met her, you would be like, oh, this chick's fucking crazy. Like, she just straight up is. And he actually has evidence and shit. Like you saw my read off the police report and stuff when she arrested the very next day. Right. Like, this bitch is fucking completely nuts, dude. And the thing is with all that is like let's just go say anything. I'd be like, you know what, fucking world's ending tomorrow, sky's red. Just start saying shit, and people are like, oh, you know what it is? It's like you can just say anything and it's truth. It's one thing if it's like you had O.J. Simpson. He went to court. Yeah, he was found not guilty, but you're like, I don't know, dude. That seemed fucking fishy. No, Eric was never arrested. There was no rape kit. There was no evidence. There was no accused of it. There was no go to court. There was nothing. It's 7 months later. She's just making shit up because she's fucking pissed off at him still. And it's funny because if anyone ever met Eric, dude, this chick is basically his size. Like, Eric's a fucking pipsqueak. You know what I mean? He didn't fucking pin some girl down and fucking rape her. Like, it's just ridiculous. And nor would he fucking do that. And it's like, it's absolutely asinine. And anyone that knows this fucking chick knows she's like, dude, there's something wrong upstairs. Like, I knew that way before any of this went down. As a matter of fact, even Chase told him, like, maybe 1 year in the relationship, they were at their house or whatever, and he heard her talking and shit like that, and she was just talking shit. He told Eric, dude, you better get rid of that girl. He's like, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to say a name. She's Betsy number 2. There's another chick in the past that was crazy. So I'm calling it right now. I'm telling you, this bitch is bad news. He called this like 4 years ago, and he was 100%. And I saw it too. I'm like, dude, there's something about. Now, I didn't think she would go and do something like that. But I'm like, yeah, this chick, you could just tell she's just no good. Like, you could just fucking tell. And there's multiple other people that met her in person. Like, oh yeah, I totally got that vibe. You could just tell.
I just thought that them like making an article about it was just fucking silly. It's like one of those, one of those sites that just tries to like get clicks and all that shit.
Yeah, it's on drama. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, it's kind of like if somebody told me something about you, but with nothing, just randomly say something like, well, all right, do you have any proof? Like, well, no, this is just what I heard. I'm like, well, what the fuck? I've heard motherfuckers that say Elvis is still alive. You gonna believe that shit too?
He's just all they say about me. He's a grumpy old man, asshole, and and then if they say that, then yeah, they're probably right. No,
but I guess if I heard the same thing about you, if I heard a lot of things like,
I got you.
He raped his ex-girlfriend or something, or he killed his mom or something, like, but first thing that come on my mind, I'm like, was he arrested? Is there any evidence? Well, no. I'm like, well, then shut the fuck up. Then what the fuck you got? I don't care. Like, show me some proof, and then I'll believe it, because like anyone can say anything, especially with all this online crap nowadays.
Yeah, it's fucking silly. So we'll leave it with this comment: buy Satanic Records or leave.
Oh, he knows that line too, or
yeah, that one I've heard. Yeah,
I said that at fucking when I said that at Hellcast. Well, because people would come in, walk in, and ask stupid questions. Dude, unless you're gonna buy death metal, get the fuck out. You know what I mean? You're wasting my time right now. Is this the scrapyard company? Because we have a scrapyard company. That's not us, but that's one of the bays. The very last bay, they recycle shit. You know what I mean? Like you bring down your scrap and your cans. So, dude, literally at least once a week, some 80-year-old grandma, where do I put my cans? Does this look like a scrapyard, bitch? There's fucking records of death metal playing. Get the fuck out of here. Scrap down there. Buy satanic death metal. Get the fuck out of here. So that's where that started. Because, dude, it's every week, literally every week. And the thing is, dude, on our door, it literally says, this is not DNL Recycling Company. It is the last bay. Like we put a note on there, and people still just open the door. Don't notice the sign.
People don't read, man. People do not fucking read shit.
So that's where that comes. That's why this buy satanic death metal relief. Because, dude, I'm not even joking. It's every single week, literally. Somebody. So it's annoying.
I mean, people don't read. When I try to sell shit, I always say U.S. only, and I get messages. Hey, you still got that fucking whatever record? And I can tell just by their name. Yeah, that they're from fucking somewhere that's not in the U.S. Yeah. Like, fucking read, dude. Yeah. It's amazing how people just it's just everything's like fucking.
Yeah, you know, it's like they got. I always refer to like it's almost like they got to take a massive fucking shit when they're getting their message and they're just skimming over it just to fucking go take their fucking dump. It's like, dude, God, you're that big of a fucking hurry. So
I'm guessing J-DAWG doesn't dig Striper. I don't fucking dig Striper.
Vance, no, I mean I don't even, dude. I can't even name you a song, but I'm sure I don't. Isn't that
I can, but that shit was around like when I was a kid.
Isn't that hair metal pop shit that like Poison and stuff?
It's a Christian fucking rock band.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, why would
they wear yellow and black Attack?
I couldn't name you any songs
at the time. Christianity does not belong in fucking metal.
It don't know unless he's getting his fucking face stomped in a goddamn bathtub.
yeah. Everybody's like, what's up with all these covers with like Jesus getting fucking mutilated? That shit's cool. Fuck off.
It's just cool.
You know what do you want?
Yeah.
I like Stripers. Like, man, fuck all that. I remember fucking like this Christian death metal and black metal bands. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. I had to put up with all that bullshit when I was a kid. I don't want some fucking guy, trying to.
That was my initial. Somebody asked me on the channel, and I was like, I guess I'd kind of give it a chance if I had it. I was like, the only band I had a thrash record by the band Believer, but I was like, my initial thing is kind of like, nah, I don't want it anywhere near me. But I was like, I guess if I heard something though and it was super jamming and kicked my ass, I guess I would still like it if I heard it. But I was like, I don't know. I was like, I just don't. It's not something I'm actively looking out. I was like, I don't really know.
I don't even give it a chance because fuck that. There's other things I can listen to. Oh, but you might like it. Well, I don't care if I might like it. I'm not going to.
How many bands there are? Chances are you can find someone in the satanic world that sounds very much alike and just as good.
Well, that's all those bands do is they copy somebody else that's all they do is put in praise Jesus or whatever. And I need praise hell Satan in my music. I don't need fucking
just like but was it Mortification? They had the song
fuck all that.
God rules. And it's just cheeseball central too though. Like
stupid, man.
Yeah, I remember hearing that years ago. And I was just laughing when I heard it. I was looking, that's dumb.
Yeah, it's no different than fucking like gospel fucking music.
Yeah.
So, fuck all that. Anyway, man, this has been fucking awesome. I appreciate you doing this. I know we went a while, but sometimes
it was fun, man.
Yeah. So, it'll be this video will be up like on replay as soon as we're done. Like
so
done with the live, so it'll be available for.
There's a few people left in my comments. Like I gotta work, but like I'll watch the replay.
Yeah, no, all these are available on replay. Like after.
I figured as much.
Immediately after we're done, and I just like doing them live because it's just
they can interact. Why not? Fuck it. And my stupid ass don't know how to do it, so.
Yeah, man, you need to. I need to bring you on because I used to do kind of like we would sit and I'd have friends and we'd just talk about a certain album or a certain band or whatever.
Yeah.
But those are always just like friends hanging out and just talking about fucking Hell Awaits or something.
Make sure it's an album I know something about. I don't want to be the poser.
Well, I'll ask you. Yeah, I'm not going to ask you, hey.
You get Fraser out there talking about fucking Ozzy or Black Sabbath. He doesn't even like it.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking great. First person I ever heard. I can honestly say, I think that's the first person I've ever heard say that.
Dude, Fraser rules.
He's his own man.
He doesn't give a fuck, just like I do. There's so much shit that people. How do you not like that? I don't fucking like it. Deal with it.
He thinks Ozzy sucks fucking dick. You know, dude, I always liked Ozzy so much, vocals so much that at my very first cat, I actually named him Ozzy.
There you go. There you go, Fraser.
Yeah.
Fraser.
Yeah, exactly.
He keeps asking about Sound Exchange. I already mentioned Sound Exchange, Fraser. Because Fraser literally he's in England, but every Friday, dude, for the past fucking so many years, he's there every fucking Friday buying something. Every Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's fucking. I'm telling you, he's fucking like.
Because Sound Exchange, yeah, they do wholesales from us.
Yeah, they carry all your shit. Yeah.
Like so you're saying Fraser goes to the store and buys something there every Friday?
Every fucking Friday.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, he is.
It's kind of like his weekly ritual. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if he's not there, you know,
he's like me, dude. He's got routine.
Yeah, he does every fucking weekend. even if he doesn't like. I'm not saying he buys something just about all the time, but sometimes there may not be anything there, but he'll still go.
Yeah. Just check to see what they got.
Yeah. His favorite band, Overkill. He loves fucking Overkill.
I just saw Overkill 2 weeks ago. Overkill was one of the first.
Yeah, he freaked out. He's like, J-DAWG loves fucking Overkill. That's fucking bad.
Dude, Overkill, yeah. I mean, like, I'm not like a huge fan of every album, but they're a band that I don't think they have a shitty album in the catalog. They have ones I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. But I never heard anything that I thought was dog shit. And like Feel the Fire, I think Feel the Fire is one of the greatest records ever.
He fucking loves them, dude. I'll tell you a quick. We mentioned it 1,000 times, but Bobby Blitz, he literally took like 18 fucking CDs and had Bobby Blitz fucking sign every one of them, and that fucker signed every one of them.
I believe it.
That's how cool
Bobby seems like he would. I've actually never met Bobby. He's one of the guys I would like to, because when you go, like, even when I just saw Overkill now, I mean, there's a few hundred people there. He's not like just walking around, but he's definitely. If I went up, if I knew I was going to meet him, I'd bring an LP, have him sign it. And I would definitely get my picture with him. No, if I knew I was meeting him, 100%, I'd bring an LP. Can you sign this? And can I get my picture with you? No doubt about it.
Comes off really cool, like on interviews
he does.
And stuff like that.
That's why I said I believe.
He's got the King Fowley seal of approval, so you know.
That's why when you said he signed 18 Cs, I was like, I can tell based on everything I've seen. I was like, I can see that. He seems like he's a real cool guy.
I'd be like, fuck. I joke with Fraser and say by the end he was probably like just fucking putting a check mark.
Well, the way in his mind, even if he's just at this point, let's say Overkill is just his livelihood or a business to him. At that point, you're a dummy if you don't too. Like, this guy literally buys everything I put out.
Yeah,
like you can't be stupid just to blow him off and treat him like a jerk. It's like.
He has Dee Dee Verney like solo fucking psychobilly projects.
Yeah.
He's like, next time they come, I'm gonna fucking get him to sign my fucking. So anyway, all right. So awesome, man. Again, I appreciate you fucking hanging out, dude. It was awesome. And
yeah, maybe we'll do an album one like you said. Just
I do all kinds of shit. All kinds of different shit, but
maybe get like me on with like somebody else. You maybe with Scott or something would be cool, or somebody like
Scott. Yeah, you know, it's funny you mentioned that. I mentioned that to Scott. I said I need you to be on, like me, you, and Justin, and whoever else, you know, and we can do that because Scott's been on the show and.
Yeah, I saw. I went back and I watched at least a little bit of a bunch of several videos just to get started. Well, because dude, when I looked at your channel, I'm like, holy fuck! I was like. It's like overwhelming because you have so many videos. Because I just found it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. So,
but I mean, that's
a bunch of shit.
Yeah. So I tried to piece it up. That's why I saw the Fraser. I lost a little bit. I'll just get that's what I pieced it out. I was like, oh, that's what that guy makes. I remember that comment. But yeah, when the guy asked, our biggest poster, Fraser. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, because I was thinking it's like some metal album or something. Like, am I not thinking of something? Is this like a fucking Black Sabbath record I'm forgetting about something or something? Like, so
that's why his face is on that.
Yeah. Okay.
We're just like I said. We're just you know.
Yeah. Fucking with him. Yeah.
Yeah. He trust me. He talks plenty of shit himself. So.
Oh, dude, that's like literally people that know me the most. That's why I get along really well with Jamie Athnar. Dude, all I do is make fun of the guy, and all he does is make fun of me. You know what I mean? Like we just bust each other's balls, and shit like that. I do that with Don a lot of times too. That's why some people don't like me, is because that's my personality. Is like, dude, if I'm making fun of you and busting your balls, it means that's how I get along with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. Well, let me if you have like a couple minutes to stay like in the backstage, that way I can. I'll just tell everybody. I'll just do a little quick exit, and I'll get with you here shortly. Again, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. Later, Devils.
Later. Oh yeah, we didn't even get to hear you say that, but
Yeah. You did
well,
the
actually,
intro?
I played the video. I played the intro.
Yeah, I saw it. I told you that intro is going to go on there once I figure out how to do it.
Awesome. All right, I'll be with you shortly.
All right.
All right, there we go, man. That was badass. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I had a good time. Like I said, on these, I just don't even. I just come on here and start talking and prepare a little bit, obviously, but it was this was fun. I like these more organic type things and unedited shit. It's a lot better. It's a lot more fun than an open casket funeral. So again, those of you that are regulars, I appreciate it. Anybody that came in that's new, appreciate it. You can check out a lot of shit. Like J-DAWG said, I got a ton of videos up there with a lot of fucking cool people that you should check out. And support Hell's Headbangers. Go buy something. Buy something today, tomorrow. Buy something this week. And when you buy something, tell them I told you to buy it. I'm not getting anything out of it, but anyway. But all right, so cool. Again, that kicked ass. And not sure when I'll do another one with an interview because schedules and all that, but I can't say APSU next month. Just can't tell you a date yet. But yeah, I'll have APSU on here next month. So that'll be badass. So all right. So I'm out here. Keep jamming out all badass and appreciate everybody checking out the show.